I'm alive.
I look like two different things. Yay. Just gonna give the awkward little live bit. Just gonna give an awkward hello! We're back. Welcome back to Roll for Perception.
Probably roll for perception.
Yeah.
As well as other things.
It's us, a group of young nerds gathered around here this evening to play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I am the Dungeon Master for this evening. I am Josh, and today I have Gareth.
Hello.
And I've got some other guys. I've got Glenn.
Good joke.
I've got Nathan. He's just been living up in Spain, getting some RSI.
CJ.
And tonight we'll be continuing our 5th edition campaign, Reborn Again, which is basically Lost Man of Phandelver with a bit of homebrew twists. Has anyone got anything to mention? Any further notes, comments?
The VOD for last week, the week before that, is most likely up. But
I think it was.
There might be a few things wrong with it because I just uploaded space. Fuck it, and I just let YouTube do the rest. So it's most likely shit, and it'll be fixed by the time this VOD is up, hopefully.
Okay.
So if you're watching YouTube, don't worry.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for any updates that don't get put out there by Nathan. That's at Roll4P, ROLL, not ROLE. As Nathan has been putting in the tweets recently.
Have I?
Yeah.
I have not noticed.
Well, I have.
See, to be fair,
See, I don't have Twitter, so.
To be fair, my phone autocorrect has been going haywire like this past couple of weeks. I do not know why.
I had to make a new Twitter account just to follow the Roll for Perception.
Hold on a second. I actually might know what account you're on. I don't know which one to block this time. So, just block everyone.
So yeah, without further ado, let us roll for perception.
Like advantage, right?
yeah. It was like a 6, and then Nathan's dice knocked it to 16.
I don't remember what mine was at first. It got hit, turned to a 6, got hit again, turned to a natural 20.
That's what I'll say.
Go blind.
Shit. Oh, it's opposite.
Over
day.
useful.
Yeah, over usefulness.
It's been music against you,
That
Gareth.
was a great mechanic, Gareth. I loved it.
Never got to see it.
No, I did. I rolled a nat 20 in initiative and then fucked off.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, a quick recap of what previously happened. It's been 2 weeks.
I can't remember the name of my character.
It even took me a while to remember this stuff. So Greg and Cage awoke early in the morning, the day after dealing with the Red Brands and Earno. Oh, Breck. Pardon me. They woke early in the morning in the barn of Colleen's, to which Cage was soon spurred by some rustling beneath him. Oh. As he carefully paced down the stairs to investigate, another rustle was made as Cage approached loads of bales of hay under the platform he was sleeping on, and decided to poke around with the quarterstaff and throw a dagger in, and apparently we're sharing some cocktail sticks to rub out the map instead of just drawing over it and wiping it off.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah. This is
I mean, you might still need it because we ended off here.
Yeah, but everything's dead.
But you still might want to explore it.
It's a trap.
After a few moments, Gregic joined Cage investigating, and a small furry otter jumped out and greeted himself as Nee. He gratiated himself with the party and explained how he'd been sent here to deal somewhat with Prowan, your previous companion. The three of you headed down to the Townmaster's Hall and dealt with the fate of Prowan. Halia enthusiastically made headway with the decapitation of Prowan, as bystanders who had heard of his doings silently cheered and got on with their day.
How can you silently cheer?
Oh, in your head you go, whoa!
Was it really cheer though?
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
The three adventurers, accompanied by Grung, took on the task of getting rid of the orcs over at the Wyvern Tor. After a fierce battle with 5 orcs and an ogre, with Grung getting the killing blow on the ogre, as where we pick up today, in this cave down at the Wyvern Tor. So yeah, you have a dead ogre, which was one of them. I can't remember.
Somewhere around here, but it's not
It
nice.
was, yeah, we were with the minis for them. But yeah. What are you guys doing?
How big is the ogre again? Very.
The ogre?
Yeah.
Ogre is about
Like I know it's a large creature, I just don't know how.
Quite large.
about 10 foot tall
So.
and big as
like
flat.
5 of me vertically. I assume it's not carrying anything. Or else we can.
Just
I'm going to go
it's-
over here and check these 3 bodies that I incinerated.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. What you can see, just looking at the ogre, is a big club in his hand, and nothing else really.
We'll investigate these other bodies.
Okay. 14.
Mm-hmm.
On the orcs, you find each of them has a great axe, and also there's a few javelins lying about that they threw about. In total, you find about 7 or 8 silver. Didn't look like they had much on them. And yeah, what were you doing?
I was going to investigate these other bodies. I rolled
Yeah.
a 5.
You rolled a 5. Same thing, great axe, a couple of javelins. One of them was the main orc. He had about 5 or 6 gold on him, and yeah, he basically he just all the really differences from the other orcs to him is basically he just looked like more of a leader.
Just a bit more.
How many javelins were there?
One of them orcs had a javelin on him, and then there was like a javelin thrown, if I remember, like from the other guy towards where the 3 orcs were. So you would have got 1 javelin.
Alright.
Nee, what did you say you were doing?
Do we need to provide proof that we've killed these things?
It's up to you to decide. It's a contract given from the town master.
He doesn't say.
Take their ears. Do any of them have daggers on them?
No. I mean, by general principle, if you're sent out to do a contract, you're gonna need proof, otherwise you don't get the reward. So,
Let's just take my little short sword and carve off the head of the leader boy.
okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. Or a dexterity check.
Yay! Just that.
Yeah.
Just this. 18.
Yeah, pretty well. You slice off the head of the main orc. It takes about 5-10 minutes to get it off.
Chunky bastard.
Yeah. And yeah.
I don't think there's anything else.
Is there anything interesting on the walls?
Roll for perception.
Oh, finally got it right.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Nothing on the walls per se, but as you investigate around that corner, looking at all the walls. In that little cove there, there's a chest, and as you go over to it, open it up, it's unlocked, and it has it's got 600 copper, 140 silver, and about 25 gold. And 3 vials of something you don't know what they are.
Drink it.
Drink one, and if you die, can you spare the dying?
Maybe it's strength of ogre. That's not a thing. That's not D&D. That's a different word.
Can I like try and discern what these might be?
You can make a intelligence check.
We're all fucked.
That's 7.
You don't know. It's small vials of some clear,
Can I see if there's
clear-ish, murky-ish liquid.
see if there's any sort of like magical properties to this?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
17.
You can discern there is no magic on these vials.
They're not magical. You should drink one and see what's in it.
I'd rather not.
Take one.
I'm gonna look at Grung with like a hint of suggestion.
If only we had the suggest spell.
Make a general charisma check.
+0. Oh no, you've
What's 3?
you've changed the
The
position.
orders. Weird. Yeah, don't question it. What's 3? And it's just. What is it, sorry? Just
Just a general charisma.
the fan of this one.
Not
Not 20.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Grung, as Greg comes over, he's like, "Oh, I got these vials," and then you kind of turn to Grung. Grung's like,
I hold them so high he wouldn't be able to reach them.
he
Promising.
starts jumping, trying to get them, and then he starts giving up after a few seconds. He doesn't say anything. It's just, yeah.
I'm sad, Mark. We either could have got a stronger NPC, or NPC would die. Like, it's good either way.
No.
Either it becomes useful, or the dead bit is now officially dead. Yeah,
What class does he count as? Grung.
piece of shit.
Commoner.
Peasant. Yeah, I'm just gonna head on out.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna pat down the guy who we killed on the way in.
It's gonna happen.
That we
Yeah.
jumped. He was like guarding the main entrance.
Yeah, same deal. A battle axe, a javelin, and like 2 copper.
No, I'm just gonna leave it then. Make
I'll
it seem
take
like
that
an
copper.
accident.
Okay. Where are you guys heading after you get out?
Shit, we don't have horses. Or not horses.
Yeah, your oxen died. Killed by an oil bear.
Well, technically killed by an oil bear.
Yeah. Glam.
He
I don't
just
have
the
the
most
cart
wise.
anymore either.
Yeah.
None of the cart would be much use without any oxen to drive it.
How Gregor?
Could I make a survival to see what kind of wildlife in the area?
Yeah, you're kind of like up on a mountain, so yeah, make a survival check.
What is survival under?
Intelligence, I believe.
Yeah.
No, it's wisdom.
Is it?
Oh, okay. It's not as bad. 7.
You know the on mountains, there's commonly different types of mountain lions. Like on cold mountains, there's like snowy lions and stuff.
Holy shit.
But I mean, like that's all that really comes to your memory. For someone who lives at like the bottom of mountains.
Yeah, I suppose.
Um,
I'm not even going to attempt to because I've lived in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this place is like in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Uh,
Knowledge anyway.
pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Smoke signals, guys.
Right, where's Grum? And it was like 2 days travel by oxen, or was it 3 days?
It was three by oxen, mainly
Uh-huh.
because of the. No, it was 2.5, but then because the oxen died, it became 3 because you were walking.
So it'll be like what, like 5 days? Maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck.
Let's get to walking, lads.
We don't even have enough rations to make it.
Like we eat. Who eats nowadays?
Looks like Grum suggestively. Does geography even exist in this game? I can't remember. Is geography a skill?
What are you trying to?
No.
Basically to see if there's any places closer than Fandolin that we would go to, rest up, and then travel back to Fandolin.
Hmm.
I don't even know what type of check that would be.
You can make a. It would be it would be a history check. It would be to know a layout of the
History.
land.
Fuck, history's intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're really fucked then. Plus what? 5.
5. You have no clue of any civilization closer. Like you don't recall passing any on the way here.
It's like,
You don't know.
is there like a high point or something that we can go to have a look around? Seeing
I
the
mean,
on the
you're
mountain.
about halfway up the mountain, so
Do we really want to waste going to the other half then find nothing and then have to come all the way back down?
Might as well just start walking.
How close is the nearest river? Or I have to make a check for that.
go ahead and make a history check.
I will assist him in this.
It says so I get advantage.
Is it advantage or do I roll as well?
You can choose if you want to.
What's your intelligence actually?
+4.
Actually, can you make a roll then? Just make it easier.
History.
Advantage.
Well, no, you already rolled.
Well,
So
mine was
it'd be
15.
15.
6.
6. You know that the closest river would be where you grew up, but it's going to be at least 70 miles away.
Oh god.
So, just faster to go to Fandolin.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think we just start putting on our walking shoes.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I think it's the only real.
Yeah.
Unless we could find another owl bar and tame it and off into the sunset.
Shame none of us are druids.
Yeah, you reckon Fandolin will be a lot closer.
A lot closer. Let's just triple checking just in case, like. It's like, oh, it's only like 5 minutes down the road, and like. No. Right.
In fact, Nate, give me another. Give me a general intelligence check.
Oh.
11. You would know that when you went to Fandolin, it was about 10 days travel. And you also know that the Wyvern Tor is in between where you grew up and Fandolin. And it's about 5 days to where your river would be from here. So you're essentially in the middle of Fandolin and where the river is. But you'd reckon Fandolin would be a bit closer.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of my plan then. So what I was going to suggest is go to the river, find my homies, and then find a way to get across over to Fandolin. But then again, the river goes nowhere near Fandolin, I think. It goes like the opposite direction of Fandolin. So like, yeah, no, it's fine. I think we're just better walking.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get my rolling dice.
Great. If I can just find this. Get rid of this. Oh, boy.
I'm having a lot of amnesia there, I don't forget about them. Like, sure, is I even know what character it's based on from and everything, but I can't fucking remember how to actually do it.
It was kind of like a nose pinchy kind of accent.
Yeah, it was a bit American. Right.
So you're just gonna begin walking back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, do you know how many day rations we have?
General precipice is like before you set out for an adventure, you get rations. So you've
Yeah.
probably got about 10 days each.
But I'm just thinking, we weren't carrying them, surely? Or were we?
Well, you probably brought them on a cart.
Yeah, but the cart's not here
The
anymore.
cart was about half a day away.
Yeah, hopefully that's unloaded. Fine.
So you start heading back to the cart. Can Gregic can one of you roll a survival check?
No, wrong.
And if someone wants to help, then
That's a 21.
21. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember your way back towards where you left your cart off, and it takes about half a day or so. And what by half a day? I mean half a day of travel, so it's about 6 or 8 hours.
Yeah.
To get to your cart, and you get there, and hasn't been looted. It's been left exactly the way it was before, the way you left it. All your rations are still there. Some blood over it from the oxen. And yeah.
The owlbear's still there, right?
Hmm?
The owlbear? The owl bear is still there, right?
I
It's corpse.
don't remember you saying you put it there, but say it's there.
Or did we burn it? The fuck? No, we burnt the oxen.
We burned the oxen.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on it and try and see if it's still alive and like get it up where they kind of.
The owlbear corpse.
Yeah,
Owlbear.
just on the chance that it actually works.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh no, I don't have perception.
Persuasion.
Persuasion, I only have perception. Not 20. Oh, I had a nat 20! 14.
14. You put it in like this position that you think it might, respond to, and you get on like, come on, giddy up. Nothing.
Slap over the head and try again.
Keep trying. Nothing happened.
I give up on that idea.
I'm going to take my rations and some of Nee's rations and go.
Okay. After
Keep
about
walking.
10-15 minutes of watching this otter trying to bring a owlbear back to life, you pick up about 13 days rations.
Well, I'm smaller anyway.
Yeah.
Like, surely, like.
Well, you picked up about 11 days rations because you would have got 10 days before your
Yeah, for
size.
myself,
So
yeah.
you got about 11 days rations.
I'm taking my rations back as well.
Okay. You've got 10, 11, you've got about 7 days rations. 3 days is the equal to 1 per cage.
Okay, fine.
Make a roll for perception.
Should I roll sleight of hand?
Yeah. Or well, no, you don't need to. I mean, you did it. Just if Nee notices it.
14.
You notice you're a bit light on the rations. It doesn't seem very much, but you're a little bit light. Well, in fact, it would have been. You would have eaten some of the rations on the way here, so you don't know if it's being light from what you've eaten,
Okay.
or you don't know if you've gotten stronger, so you don't, so or whatever. So, but yeah. So you've each got like 2 days less than what I just said.
Okay. I'm just not going to question it. For my own health and safety.
Don't try to steal from a hungry tiefling.
Yeah.
Well, is it technically stealing considering I took it from you first?
So after about 2 or 3 hours of walking, you're all walking. What kind of pace are you going at?
Who put me at the front?
Fast, medium, or slow?
Slow is stealth. Stealthy. Fast is the opposite, right? If I remember right.
If you're traveling at a fast pace, I think you get
Disadvantage on perception
Disadvantage,
and stealth, I think.
yeah.
And slow gives you advantage and medium doesn't give you anything, I think.
Yeah, advantage is just a advantage, but medium is just a bunch of straight rolls.
No, that's wrong.
No.
If you travel at slow pace, you're able to use stealth.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
travel at normal, there's no really disadvantage or advantage. And if you travel at a fast pace, you basically have -5 to passive perception, or to passive perception. So yeah. But yeah, you can travel at normal or fast pace while stealthing. Basically. So
Pretty close.
what kind of? If one of you wants to make a intelligence check.
11.
Yeah.
You reckon that if you were to travel at a normal pace, you would get about 20 miles in a day.
How many miles are we to cover?
It's about. You were told before it was about to get there. It was about 70.
So like 4 and a bit days.
Yeah.
That's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Well, that's at a normal pace. If you wanted to go faster or slower, or whatever. So.
I think it's worth the chance of having lower passive perception.
Mm-hmm. I mean, considering our already, pretty bad.
Yeah,
perceptions.
passive perception's shit as well. So like,
12.
yeah. Highest passive perception. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we just go normal.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Normal it shall be. And I just kind of set up the orders randomly. I'm not gonna change it if you want.
No. In the middle.
Actually, after about halfway, I'm just gonna try and climb on Greg again. Because you know that worked last time. It's like my feet just get sore. Like for every step that you take, it's about 20 for me.
But you're on all fours. You'll be
Exactly.
fine. You have more of a surface to spread your weight out on.
Not. If you think about the size
Maybe.
of otters' paws, though, they're not like human size.
Yeah, but you're also lighter.
So many variables. I regret not taking calculus. scared because he's actually reading,
Mm.
and that makes you think that there's an event, and we're gonna kill ourselves, and not on purpose this time.
Not on purpose.
I have to clarify that. You see a very small smirk from the DM. This is getting worse and worse.
Yeah, do you remember that ancient black dragon we were talking about?
It's not ancient or black.
For many reasons that shall not be discussed.
So after
This guy.
traveling for about 3 or 4 hours, from about 10 feet or so back, you hear basically a and as you turn around you see Grung with an empty vial, and basically is like spitting like liquid up and is kind of like throwing up basically after yeah, he's basically like, don't drink it,
Can,
don't drink it.
can
Did
I
he
make
manage to
a,
nick one of the vials of breakfast?
can I diagnose, see if he'll pull through or if he will die, basically, if we don't intervene, basically?
Oh yeah, you can you like instantly you can see like he's not in any danger.
Okay,
Or
right.
like he isn't dying. He's yeah.
I'm gonna curl off from Gregor because presumably I'm still on there.
Yeah. You get down and basically he's like, that's it's not very tasty. And there's like a little drip of it in the bottom of the vial. As you walk over to him,
He explodes in mid
to see see if he's okay and whatnot. He as he's speaking, what is usually like being a goblin, it's quite a bad smell. As he's speaking, it smells like lavender, like vanilla.
He's at the soap.
And yeah, basically he as he speaks, he has like a kind of like a nice smell to him.
Burp, Charlie, burp. I'm just gonna take the vial out of his hand.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna sniff it.
Okay. You get the same smell. It's like a soft
Mid-jet
lavender kind of smell, and it's not a smell like it's a smell you've smelled before, being like growing up in the wild and whatnot,
Yeah.
from flowers. But it's not something you've ever seen in like liquid form or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there,
Guess we'll die.
is there any
He's
other...
still like coughing and like he's like spitting to try and get the taste out of his mouth.
I give
Yeah.
him some water from my water skin.
I'm
Drinks
just
it,
giving him like a little pat on the back and everything, and like...
whirls it around his mouth and whatnot and spits it out to get the taste out. And it's that very for a liquid, it's very dry.
Just gonna pat him on the head and just keep on walking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He shortly follows after you. And yeah.
Also, I'm putting back up on Greg.
Okay.
Just
After
I need a pack meal.
after about an hour. After about an hour of traveling, it's night has come pretty close. The sun was starting to set as that event with Grung happened, and then an hour later, sun's gone down quite a bit. Sun's getting real low. Yeah. And yeah, basically it's about time. Well, unless you want to, this would be like when you would set up.
Can I just have a look about to find like an optimal
Yeah, go ahead and make a
Area.
survival check.
Survival's wisdom again.
Yeah.
6.
You're wandering around. Hang on. Let me see whereabouts would actually be.
It's like a massive like dam that looks like it's about to burst. Like, oh, I'll go just sit right next to it.
Okay. You're still kind of basically the Wyvern Tor is like in like a mountain, but it was, in a mountain part of a mountain range. It would be in the more of the more prominent mountains. You're still kind of in the mountain range at this time, but it's quite a bit of an open mountain range. There's not very many trees dotted about, and it's flat per se. It's more flat as in no bushes and hedges and long grass, but it's still like hills
It's like
and
rolling
whatnot.
hills kind
Yeah.
of thing, yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
Any wildlife about?
As you've been wandering
Just
around,
looking to
you've
get out.
spotted like a few deer and whatnot. Nothing harmful. And judging by your surroundings, being that there's no trees for anything to hide in,
Yeah.
not really any long grass for anything to hide in. Only really bugs.
So anything we encounter is most likely a predator.
You can assume what you want to assume.
Yeah.
Deadly and until proven harmless.
Yeah. That then until proven that you can actually kill it. I'm just gonna sit down somewhere, just off the beaten track a wee bit. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
enough that we can still see it, but like enough that if you're like walking past, it might look away.
Yeah. So you go about. You take like 5 minutes and walk off because it's quite an open area, so you can see it for a while. And you. Yeah, you set up a small area, gather a few rogue sticks from fallen trees, and make a small fire. Grung, it still smells like pretty nice. But he's still kind of like coughing and whatnot. Because I mean the vial was like a pretty big vial, and he just like downed it. There's really like that much left in the bottom of it, but yeah.
Can I take what's remaining of it and pour it on something that, like, say like a log, or no, I suppose it wouldn't be many logs, like say like a stone or something that looks quite dirty,
Yeah.
and just see what it does?
Yeah, you get there's not really any dirty stones, but you pick up a stone
Yeah.
using your otter hands. You dig a hole and then just cover it in dirt. And what even would that do? I mean, yeah, you hold the stone in your hand and you pour what's left of it over the stone, and any loose bits of dirt that are on there, it just kind of runs off as if it were a bit of water. And then as the liquid goes onto your hand starts to smell like lavender. And
Sort of thing, it's just lavender and water. Like,
Probably is.
because I was working off the hunch there that might have been like a cleaning potion, and that's why it's made him smell nice.
Cage, living in like the city and whatnot, after smelling this a few times and seeing how it interacts with other objects, make an intelligence check. 8.
I thought it was a 1.
Um,
So excited. We put my grandmother in water.
It's not something. It's you recognize kind of what it is, but you don't.
For
But
rubbing
you
rich
can't
people.
have. Yeah, you don't have really that much of a understanding of what it is. But you've recognized.
Never
it,
stole it.
You've seen it in rich people's houses. Basically in the likes of like dressing rooms and things like that.
What would the orcs want with fucking fucking random number generators?
I mean, they were in a cave with an ogre, like.
Yeah, but I don't think if it's a rich person's thing, why would they have got it
Well,
unless
I
they
mean-
killed a rich person?
It's not necessarily a rich person thing. Cage only knows because
Suppose,
They're
yeah,
all rich people.
yeah, there's only people who
Yeah,
are
I
from.
suppose.
The only kind of people sizes that I broke into.
Just say the other ones are just boring. Prove me wrong.
The only people worth stealing from are the rich. Change my mind. Just came sit at that table.
So kind of come to the conclusion that it isn't really a potion. Unless it's like an infuser or something.
I don't know. I just know that makes rich people smell good. Well, it's meant to make rich people smell good. It was never much use to us.
It seems curious as to why orcs would have it.
Maybe they want to smell good. Maybe one of them knew the spell Disguise Self and wanted to get into a city. So they need to smell the part.
Smell the part.
They look the part. They might as well smell the part.
Right.
It's just a suggestion.
I'm just gonna sleep on it.
Okay. Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Make a roll for perception.
Make a roll for perception.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It's just a very
2 points.
It's just very clumsy.
As you are sitting around for about 3 or so hours, keeping an eye on your surroundings, your watch comes to a close, comes to an end. You wake up, whoever's coming next with nothing really there.
No, the
Okay.
Violent. So violent.
5.
Grung is going to get up and take a watch with you as well.
Okay.
Never mind.
Roll 5 as well.
It's either 1 or 20.
And you kind of spend the night chatting.
Another oil bear.
He's like, that little liquid, that really burned my throat.
You probably shouldn't drink stuff that you don't know what it is.
I mean, Mr. Nee told me to, drink it, so to see what it was, to see if I would die or something. So
Mr. Nee.
Mr.
That's a fair question.
Not to mention the fact that you didn't tell him.
I wanted to see what it was. Well, he did. He gave them the look. He gave a suggestive look.
A suggestive
suggested-
look. I never said anything.
I wanted to see what it was. It could have helped you guys if we had to find out what it was. Do you have any idea what it was?
I don't know, but it cleans things and makes people smell nice.
Yeah. It also doesn't taste nice.
Just don't do it again.
Okay. And
I bet.
after about 10 minutes or so, Grung's sound asleep. You kind of don't really pay attention looking around. You kind of sit up thinking about some random things and
A pack of dire wolves.
and admiring your morning star of pointiness. And after a few hours, your watch comes to a close. Nothing there. And we need a third person to watch because it's of you. So yeah.
Go Nee.
Okay. Yeah.
In my sleep, I just kicked Nee awake.
By the way, as I'm doing this, I am doing something, but I'll text you.
Okay.
Well, these two aren't awake.
Okay.
Perception. 15.
15. Okay.
No, the fuck he's doing.
Depending on what you're doing,
My daughter.
depending depending on what you're doing, which I will find out in a minute,
Yeah.
I might have you roll with disadvantage because I don't know what you're doing.
Oof.
So. Have you sent it already?
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. There we are.
Alright, okay.
I'll just send you like a very brief description.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's cool. Sometimes.
There you go. It should be sent.
7. We're dead. Just a bit.
I'll elaborate later, but
Yeah. Okay. How, not to give it away, how long would it take you? Do you think?
max.
What, depending on the contents of it, how long?
Max like 20 minutes.
That's okay.
Nothing
Yeah,
more than
don't
that.
worry about the advantage, the disadvantage. You what was it, 15? Yeah, you sit and you carry out that task. By like doing bits of it, getting to look around, going back to it and whatnot. Yeah, your watch comes to a close. Nothing, nothing out of the blue. You hear a few noises. You go to investigate. Come back. Nothing. And then the sun begins to rise, and yeah, no instances of attack.
I'm going to hide all evidence of me performing said task, and I'm like these two.
Okay, yeah, you just put it back in your satchel or whatever. Not very hard to do. And yeah, so yeah, you all kid Neve come and wakes you up, ready for a new day of walking back home.
It's a new dawn.
It's a new day. It's a new life.
I hear Nee singing and instinctively kick him.
You wake up, walk the 10 feet over to where he is, and give him a boot. walk back over and go back to sleep.
Yep.
Just come over and just hug his leg, it'd be really irritating.
I find the nearest tree and just kick the tree
Not
with the
again.
attached.
Jumps on his fist.
Get off your bloody furball.
Yeah. So yeah, you all wake up, eat some of your breakfast, and
No.
As we're eating,
mm-hmm.
I can't help but notice we're like, I seem a bit light on like food. Like, if you guys have taken anything by accident.
No.
I can say that.
You can try. 24, natural 20.
Yeah, I can even beat that for rolling natural 20.
I mean, general rule of thumb is player must convince player, but you can try.
Yeah, that won't.
Yeah, I mean, kid, you haven't taken any of your food. Greg, on the other hand, didn't answer you.
Ooh.
Neither
I'll
did
give you
Greg.
some if you want. I didn't take yours, but
Can I have some
I
as
feel
well?
hungry.
I didn't bring any. All I
Aye.
had was some lavender stuff. And
He's got the motive! He's got the motive!
and can I have like a bit of food, please?
I passed them like 2 of my rations. 2 days worth.
Okay, yeah, you eat some of it.
We're all gonna be hungry by the end of this.
Not me.
Oh, fuck you.
Already had a shit ton of rations from the fucking Explorers pack, so.
Do I have one of those? I do not. I have thieves' tools.
I don't think I. Yeah,
No, I have a component fridge.
Are you still continuing at about a normal pace? Yeah.
Aye.
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna jump back up on Greg.
I'm gonna like
I'm gonna
actually
wear
keep
a little
track.
backpack.
That's fine.
I now know that I have all of my spells back because I forgot how many I had left.
I'm forgot what my
Yeah, well,
skills are,
you
so
know,
I'm currently
full rest and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure that I've got the numbers.
What level are we?
4. What the roll?
Cunning action. Sneak attack is gonna be. What's cunning action again? Oh yeah, that's the thing where I can take bonus action
Disengage.
for dash or disengage or hide. Awesome. Nuts of knowledge.
Get out of here, wizard. Here's the budget world. Budget spellcaster. 4th level. Yeah, 4 and 3.
Yeah. Some shenanigans going on.
Alright. Calm down.
But yeah. What? What?
It's big as a fucking dent in it.
It's on the other side as well.
That's really odd. I was just holding it, I was like, that doesn't feel right, there's something wrong with it, and I just looked and just seen that.
It's as if someone's clamped it on both of these sides.
Yeah. Fucking glam.
Trying to eat it. He got hungry.
That was really weird. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, you all wake up, eat your breakfast,
That's not fair.
and you can set off for the day, which I assume you guys do.
No, we're just gonna sit there and
Okay, you sit there for another day.
fiercely beating ground.
Okay. He's like, oh no, please stop.
No,
And then his last breath escapes him and he dies.
no.
Um,
I'm lawful and good. Can't do these things anymore.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
No, I was shocked too. There's actual lawful characters in this game. I did not know this.
They end up with a lawful good party, I think.
Yeah, Glenn.
so yeah, as you travel along, can someone make a survival check again?
That's the 17.
Okay. Yeah, you follow the same way you came into the Wyvern Tour. You probably pass the and just trying to work something out in my head. Okay, so yeah, you actually I need to roll that as well.
Oh god, rolling's involved.
Dun, 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 dun.
I was stealthing.
Like roll initiative. I'm hiding. I'm hidden. I was just about to hide.
No, I'm not that much of a cunt.
And,
Yeah.
well, if you're traveling at normal pace, you can't stealth. So there you go.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, actually,
Wrecked.
so,
Once my sneak attack gets really good, then I'll start being that twat. But until then, it's not worth it.
Until you get to the point where you can't roll lower than 8 and have a plus 12 in evasion.
Right. You see, every single time I look at this, is like, I can get my text higher. I can't, but I can get my text higher.
Get your dex higher and that eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but they'll have to be
Magic items.
magic items. Yeah, it can't be natural. Unless I find a feat that somehow let me raise something past its capability. Or if I took, or if we bent the rules on how expertise works, because expertise just doubles. Wait, no, I can get myself higher because your proficiency bonus goes up. I get times 2. Wait, when did I get that? I think it's like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get another 2 on top of it.
Plus 11.
Same for my
Thing
athletics.
is, your dex can't go up naturally though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know that. Anyway, yeah, so what are we fighting?
Nothing. So as you travel for, about 8 or so hours,
Doesn't even kick you that hard.
nothing, out of the ordinary. It's still kind of you coming out of the mountain range and back onto the main trail of the tribal trail, where there is a lot more trees and shrubbery and stuff. But nothing interrupts you on your walk to there. Yeah. Do you want to push on through the night, or do you want to take another rest?
We might as well take a rest. There's
Might
no
as well
point-
take a rest.
No
whilst
point in
we're
getting
time.
that.
Yeah,
Mm.
like
No point in getting a
have
level
quite
of
exhaustion
exhaustion.
for it. Yeah, because
Okay.
exhaustion takes quite a while. Or no, like the first point's fine.
First point's disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
No,
Can't
but it's
remember what
like
else
you
it
can
does.
get rid of the first level quite easily, but like after that it becomes like a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
But yeah, no.
You get
Well,
rid of-
depending on how many you have, it just takes 1 long rest to get off 1 point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like,
So yeah.
so whenever, yeah.
There's also, I think there's a spell that can remove it as well.
Yeah, there is. It's one of the major restoration spells can do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
More
it has
mystic
greater
ones.
restoration, which is like level 5 or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, who wants to take first watch?
So we do the same watch order, isn't it?
Yeah.
9. 9!
There are 1s and 7s like so alike.
I know.
As you're sitting there, you keep an eye out around. You spend the next 3 or so hours
Fall asleep.
just kind of looking around, and nothing catches your eye.
Just one night, just something comes out, just grabs your eye and just pulls out. Got your eye.
You go and wake up, Greg and Grung.
I sort of like shake awake Greg
19.
and then just sort of jab Greg a bit in the
19.
quarterstaff.
Grung will hold the 19 as well.
You're linked.
Well,
Wait, does that mean if I kill Greg, I can also kill Grum?
actually,
Or if you kill Greg, will it kill Greg?
Yeah, that might be a bit easier for you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Actually, yesterday Grung rolled a 4 and today rolled an 18, so it -1.
The rule was
Yeah, but I rolled a natural 19.
oh man. Rip.
Moral of the story, Grum's better.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, bar is -1.
It's fucking organic.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so as you sit on guard with Grung, still racking your brains about that vial of whatever Grung drunk, the taste of it in his mouth is pretty much gone now. He's talked to you about, and yeah, your watch. Unless you want to do anything else on it, come to a close.
Could I sort of like train Grung up a bit? Sort of get his like combat skill better? Or?
I mean, it's you. Your watch lasts for about 3 hours, so I mean, you could kind of explain a few. You could probably basically give him like a lesson on the right time to attack. I'll say, give me your character sheet. I actually don't know. No, just I actually don't know what. Can't remember off the top of my head. Give me a performance check.
That's 16.
Okay. Over the 3 hours, you kind of explain to him the lessons of timing, of when to attack and whatnot, and
when to
in short, basically, he doesn't roll initiative with disadvantage anymore. So there's that, which I will make a note of.
Actually, Grom's just gonna become like the tank of the party.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on it. He's not gonna be dead weight anymore.
So we've got the barbarian, the rogue, the sorcerer. I was about to say warlock. It's like, no, you want to be a warlock, but you're not. And then it's like, we'll have like a fighter next.
After that, he listens rather attentively, and after that, he's kind of like snacking away on part of the rations you give him, yeah, your watch comes to a close, nothing jumps out, and then you go and wake up Nee.
It's like, yeah, it's 22.
Okay, you doing anything special this night?
No.
No. Okay. You spend your watch kind of thinking, looking back on what you've done the previous night to evaluate it, let's say, and to make sure it's all correct. Yeah, your watch again comes to a close with nothing out of the ordinary, and you wake up the rest of the party for the third day of your travel back home.
This time by shouting, "Good morning, Vietnam." Go with that.
Good old tribute to Robin Williams, who was actually the ancient black dragon that flew over you over the night. That was Robin Williams. That was.
Does this ancient black dragon die?
Who knows?
Yeah. Just wait till we get to it.
Oh my god, is that what happened to Robin Williams? The D&D party destroyed his throat. God, I feel so bad making fun of such an amazing person.
Yeah. You wake up, eat your breakfast, much like the day before.
This time I'm going to notice I'm still light. It's like, are you sure you didn't take anything?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Not naming any names. Fuck, I'm a psycho.
Grung kind of pipes up and he's like, do you need some of my rations? I know Greg gave them to me, but I can give you like a little bit of them if you need them.
No, it's fine.
You...
Me and Grum are the same size, I think.
Grung's like a foot taller than you. So he kind of like looks down on you and he's like, I'll give you some of my rations.
That's how small I am, which is why it's perfect for rogues. For the stats for.
Yeah. You are set for your third day of travel back to...
This time, instead of climbing on Greg, I'm gonna climb on Grum.
As you... as you
Just like on the shoulders.
begin to climb onto him, basically in like a piggyback kind of thing for to start with. He gets about he gets about 30 feet before he begins to slow down.
Okay,
He's
never
like,
mind.
I can't really carry you. You're small, but you're still
Fat.
you're heavy to me because I'm also
Okay.
small.
Then, in that case, I'm gonna get off and just drop on Greg again. Actually, no, this time I'm gonna drop on Cage and like grab his horns and like scare him.
Are you letting that happen, Gage?
Is that means enough to
Can you
me?
make an animal handling check, please?
Is that grounds for me to use Hellish Rebuke?
No! Check the...
It is not good.
He just doesn't notice the fact that his shadow behind him is now crawling up my back to now like attack him.
It's a tiefling trait, right?
Yeah, it's also a spell though.
Yeah, it's
second
a
level
normal
spell.
Yeah. It's a reaction. It's
Oh, is it? Oh, it's
Reaction that
actual
deals damage.
rebuke.
I can't remember how much damage.
It's like
A couple of
it's like
D6.
1d6
Yeah.
necrotic or 2d6
It's like
necrotic.
I think it's like
A,
2d6.
B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
Well, I'm just saying, you have the potential to take me way below half health.
Oh, I was. Okay. No, it's not. You need it, which you take
You
in,
take
in
damage.
response to being damaged by a creature.
How much damage does it do?
2d10 fire,
Oh, 2d10.
Oh, that actually could kill me.
and it's a dex save and stuff. So yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I can. Proficiency
as
in
much
dex
as
saving
success.
throws.
Yeah, I have much more success for it. So yeah.
Still deal half of your health.
So knee is on you. Do you just let it happen? Do you stop there and kind of wait for him to get off, kind of like awkwardly?
I need to remember what this is. I believe it's a
It's-
con save.
It's part of your sorcerer thing, or what is it?
Yeah, I'll get it up here. But, I do believe it is a con save.
I'm scared. I can't do con saves. Con saves are bad. I'm starting to think us furries just stay alive, just me and Gregor.
Con save.
For what? What are you doing? You need to tell me.
I'm scared.
It's second level.
Yeah.
Oh, Glenn! You're wasting a second level spell slot on this.
Have 3 of them as well.
Cast like half a fireball.
Half the fireball.
Well, Nia's on you. Well, I guess.
Still a creature within range.
Yeah, but he's like on you and behind you, so you can't really see him.
I can look over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like on your
you
head.
can like see his legs. So.
Yeah, so
Sure.
like.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please? Nia?
What's the DC?
I'm going to use the cone. Because it does
See,
have
see
fireball.
any future, if you don't say it before you say the
Before I-
cast, I will not let you use it.
Okay.
This time you can use it.
Yeah.
You use the
Are you
cast.
sure?
Yeah.
I think
it's
DM
a
should
cone,
reconsider
so
that.
DC 16.
Fucking one.
You're blind for a minute.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and in that case, then I'm just going like, oh, and just like pull his horns like really violently.
I'm going to jab him with the quarterstaff repeatedly until he falls off.
Okay, make an attack roll. It's at advantage, but it's at a disadvantage, so it cancels out. So you just make an attack roll.
Unnatural 20.
Nice,
Yes, that
that's
hits. So you get a jab with a quarterstaff into the chest. You go 1 HP for every time it's gonna hit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like jump off and just hug his leg for a bit. Because I can't see.
Okay.
I'm going to grab him
Roll
by
for
like
perception with disadvantage.
by like
Trying
by
to
like
find his leg.
I'm just going to grab him by like the fur at the back of his neck and hold him up like out to the side and just walk with him until the spell wears off.
Okay. As he jumps off and then tries to scramble around to find your leg, you just kind of look over, reach up, pick him up, and then begin walking for the next 50 seconds.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm blind for as long as possible to see how long this can last.
Make a deception check, and you make an insight check.
Well, I have the duration of my spell, so
Yeah, but still make an insight check, just
Okay.
like because he can still deceive
Plus
you.
7. 11.
insight is wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
10.
As you're carrying him and he's What are you doing to try and deceive that you're still blind? Just
Yeah,
constantly
just
doing
still like,
this?
yeah, just.
As you're holding him out, it's been a minute since you cast the spell, but he still seems to be blind. You might have cast it too much. You might have permanently blinded him.
Unlimited power!
What have you done, kid? You might have permanently blinded the fucker.
Well, we don't need him anymore. Drops and walks off.
You fall about 3 or 4 feet, and then you hit the ground, and you look up and you see Cage walking away with Bregic and Grung.
I'm just gonna like clamber on top of Greg again.
Okay. Do you let him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wear him like a little backpack.
Okay. Oh god. Not again. Yeah, you run over and Cage, he's not blind anymore.
The entire time when I'm on Gregic, I'm just making really like obscene gestures towards Cage.
Okay. Every so often, Cage, you look around, you kind of like inspect your surroundings, and you look over like in Gregic's direction, and you just see Nee flipping you the bird, and like just constantly.
Now that he's lost health,
Oh,
can you make another Constitution save?
what for?
Toll the Dead.
Yeah.
DC 14 this time, because I didn't specify I was using the cone.
Ginger bastard.
For 8 damage.
So I was on 15. Now I'm on
It's actually a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a wisdom save?
So reroll.
Oh. I thought it was a con. He passes.
Yeah,
There
it
you go.
So you
Okay.
don't need to worry about the
So never mind, it's still
I thought it was a con save.
Fuck's sake, Glenn, learn your spells.
You must be thinking of Twirl of the Dead.
Shut the fuck up.
Doubles its radius, right?
What?
Double the range, doubles the radius, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's Glenn, you're retarded.
I know. No, I'm just a little bit slow, okay?
Just on a plane, just making like really weird camera sounds.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Community guidelines.
Okay, so the next
We're not that kind of show, right?
the next 6 hours kind of goes by with Nee pointing profanities at you, and you get so frustrated after a while. You point at him and try and pull the dead on him, and it doesn't really work. And he's
Do I
just-
recognize this cast a spell?
yeah, you would have felt like a kind of like darkness over your mind, and then you shrugged it off.
You
I'm
would
gonna
have
take
you
it
would
even
have
more
you would
now.
have heard the bell.
Yeah, fair point, yeah. I'm just going to do it more now.
Okay, so
So it's clearly working what I
So
want to do.
instead of Nee kind of like sitting there on Gregic's shoulders with like an arm on his head and just like flipping you off and stuff, he takes both hands and starts doing it and shit.
Look, Mom, no arms!
If only I had a message, I could like message Gregic, be like, hey, throw him off your back. I'm sorry, did you just take my toothpick? I mean,
Health and safety, mate. It was sticking out.
Real life drama going on here, guys. Yeah.
Next time on Everdale.
After
I was planning to be nice to you, but sure, okay.
after about 6 or so, after about another 2 hours or so of travel down the Tribor Trail, yeah, you get to around about where the intersection was that led off the Tribor Trail down to Fandolin. It's roughly about 15 miles away now. You can guesstimate. As night is coming to a close, go ahead and are you going to rest, or are you going to push the extra 15 miles home?
I might as well just
Might as well rest, yeah.
Okay.
See him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for perception.
And during this watch, I'm gonna. Do I have rope? Does anyone have rope?
I do.
You probably would have you probably would have some rope on you. I mean, unless Greg wants to give you. I mean, you probably got some rope on you.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Presumably, seeing you're an otter, you have a tail.
See?
I'm going to try to tie his tail to a nearby tree. While he's asleep during my watch.
Just saying, Glenn, if we get attacked,
Yeah, it's half the fun of it.
it's like, oh, we can only move 10 feet away from this tree. Fuck.
Yeah. Make a
Sleight of hand?
make a sleight of hand check.
10.
Okay. Nee, you are rudely awoken by Cage taking some rope and dragged you a little bit towards a tree.
As, like, instinctively, I'm just gonna try and punch whatever the fuck is near me.
Okay. Make a attack roll, an unarmed attack.
Unarmed is strikes or
You're not
attacks?
proficiency with it. Proficient with an unarmed,
No,
so it's just plus strength.
Just plus strength.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
No.
This little otter fist comes and
Nothing.
Don't do it, Glenn. Don't do it.
I know what's going through there. This little otter thing comes towards
My plan is go.
towards you, and
Well,
you
that's working.
hits you on the wrist. Is unarmed 1 damage or 1d4? I'm pretty sure it's just one. If you're not
One
proficient.
plus, yeah. If you don't have
Um,
unarmed strike, I'm pretty sure it's like 1 plus your strength.
Yeah,
roll.
1 plus. Yeah, so what?
2.
Yeah, so there you go. You take two points of bludgeoning damage. And you're gonna hellish rebuke, aren't you?
Maybe.
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 Had it been more than 2 damage, maybe. I'm not going to this time. I'm just going to like jab him with my quarterstaff to try and knock him out again, so I can finish doing this.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack with advantage because you're prone.
Yes.
22.
Go ahead and roll damage. Well.
I didn't specify I was two-handing, so it's a
Um,
d6.
What you're just trying to knock him out back to sleep
Yeah.
again. Just waking up from like grogginess. Take 1 point of damage and then you get knocked back out. Just back to sleep again.
Oh, I'm still 15. Yeah, that's fine.
And then I finished tying him to this tree.
Right, make a dexterity check.
Dex.
Yeah.
Oh god. 6.
I hope like you just
Can you
get
roll a
attacked by
can you
that.
roll a d4 for me, please? 1.
1.
Okay. After about a minute of you trying to tie Knee to this tree, Knee wakes up again and is currently being tied to a tree by his tail.
I'm gonna jab him again with the quarterstaff.
Make a stealth check.
Instinctively.
Or what's your passive stealth is like what? Like at least 14. So you don't notice he's woken up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna continue trying to tie him to this tree then.
Okay.
Until he does something that makes me aware that he's awake. I'm just going to jab him again with the quarterstaff.
What do you have on you?
Not enough. Hold on.
What's on your outside that you would see?
Yeah.
Just like your cloak and your.
Everything I have is underneath these robes that I keep over myself.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Hold on.
he
I don't even
would've-
need to tie you. How heavy is a chest of drawers? Or a writing table, rather.
What's your you have +1 in strength? Is it like what's your strength score?
12.
12.
Basically, if I were to put one on top of him, would he be able to move?
See, it's the Duke
He would be able to
size.
push it off of himself. But a more prominent question would be, where are you getting a chest of drawers from?
Remember the writing table in your guys in Yarno's room?
Yeah, that's about 15 miles away.
I said I took everything from
You,
that.
you didn't take the fucking table.
He did say he took everything.
I took
You didn't
there.
take the chest of the writing desk.
Damn it. Okay,
Okay, sure.
How heavy's a great axe?
If
If I were to put 3 great axes on top of them, would that be enough to weigh him down? So I could finish tying him to this tree?
enough for you to get a head start from running away, yeah. But you could get them off of him.
Right, never mind. I'm just going to take the rope and give up.
Okay,
At this
so
point.
you
And I'm not going to like drag him back. I'm going to lift him up and just throw him back to where he was lying.
As he goes to lift me, will I get sneak attack?
Because
Because he doesn't know where I am in the way.
it would be a surprise attack,
Which gives
which
advantage.
which is sneak attack.
So
Yeah.
sneak attack.
Yeah. You technically would, yeah. Well,
I
yeah,
did
you
have my
can-
short sword with me. What's the short sword?
Rapier, you mean?
a D6 piercing. Or,
D6.
or a D8.
So a D6 plus 2D6, 3D6. Okay.
If you hit, that is.
If I hit, yeah.
Which isn't too hard.
Yeah, but.
Plus 5, because it's a dex
You
roll.
have to roll at least a 7.
Yeah, it's 1d6. Yeah, it is.
I'll get the 2d10 ready.
That was really shit. What am I adding on top of this?
Your dexterity modifier.
Oh, it's not a shit anymore. 6, 7, 12.
And that take 12 points of piercing damage. Gauge.
And he needs to make a con save.
Okay.
What was that, 12? So
Mhm.
again, it's 14 because I
Yeah.
didn't specify.
As Cage, you're stabbed by this suddenly awakened otter in your hands. Cage then instantly reacts, and you get this burning feeling as you take
11 points.
11 points. Actually, it's a. How should we use the dex save?
Is it a dex save?
Yes. So roll again.
What's the con save?
Or sorry, no, it's not no advantage, sorry. 8 plus 7, 15.
You do pass that time though?
I'm pretty sure I just read it as I did read it like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, it might be a dex save. I know I have something other than blindness deafness that is a con save.
Maybe you don't then. Maybe just making it up because you make yourself feel
Yeah,
bad.
how should we use a dexterity saving throw?
Okay, never mind. then
So
pass.
there you go. Passes it, so you don't get that burning feeling. You get
It's like singe.
you get where
He takes 5 damage.
oh yes you do yes
You still take a bit of damage, but not as much. Just singe on the outside.
yeah, so you do get that burning sensation, and yeah, then you're thrown to where you were previously sleeping.
That's my fall unconscious.
With that, okay. Knee just as he falls down, he just doesn't move after hitting the floor.
I'm just gonna mutter to myself in infernal, just fucking others.
I'm just not far about
Okay.
And I'm gonna just go about my watch.
Yeah. About another 2 hours or so pass, and then you wake up. Greg and Grung for their watch.
Natural 20.
Grung rolled a 7. Actually, be with disadvantage, to which he rolled a 6. So 5. Okay.
This is going to be like another thing where Josh doesn't kill any of us, but we all end up killing each other.
That's gonna be okay. So as are you doing anything whilst on the watch?
Probably gonna like train growing up again.
How? Which way?
I'm gonna like sort of teach him the proper way to like use his weapons.
Okay. As you're kind of like, he only has a short sword, so as you kind of teach him the correct way to hold his short sword, and the correct way to like jab and slash and whatnot, after about 30 or so minutes, you hear quite faintly, you hear kind of like a call, and then like a followed by a couple more, and then a couple more, and they seem to be getting a little bit louder, and then they just stop.
Our antics are going to put us in.
Yeah, Glenn. If anything bad happens, it's on you.
Okay.
Can I tell what are these were like actual birds making that, or like people trying to imitate a bird?
You can
Caw!
You can make a insight check.
Bird
Is
music.
a 12.
They sounded like birds.
Be the owlbear's parents. You know, they make. Okay, dice are being rolled. This is not good.
All the dice are being rolled.
Bunch of aristocrats.
As you're kind of teaching Grung with the sword, and you hear this, you kind of like stop him, and then you kind of like listen for a few minutes, and a lot closer this time, you hear from a bush over to your right, you hear a few like twigs snapping, and the rustling of some leaves.
Who's there?
You just silence.
I start walking. Well, did I see what bush or like sort of?
You just kind of heard in the general direction of it.
I head in the general direction.
Okay. Grung is kind of like, what do you want me to do?
Stay with the others. I'll tell you to wake them up if we need to.
Okay. Alright. And Grung kind of goes and sits like in between Cage and knee, like ready.
Glad to get her one. You will go on my first whistle.
Yeah. As you go over to the bushes, can you roll for perception?
Yeah.
You head into the bushes and you kind of look around, and look behind some bushes and you don't see anything.
I think I'll start heading back towards the others, but making sure like listen out for anything.
I'll draw this map. So it's basically this would be like the path, the Triwar Trail. You'd kind of be off to the side, maybe like this kind of got like trees all over the place. And then there's like various like hedges and bushes like all over the place. And Greg could probably inspecting, like over here or something.
Presumably neither me nor Kate heard anything. I'm assuming.
No. As okay. As you're inspecting around, there's no noise. But which one was it? From basically directly behind you, more towards the path, you hear some more rustling.
I'll head towards it.
It's basically like over like here. Roll for perception again.
17.
As you approach, you hear the rustling kind of move and dart off to what would be Greg's right, as it darts away, darts off that way. Yeah.
I'm gonna rush towards it and try and grab it, like any sort of person that's there.
Okay. As you make a
Fucking ancient red dragons and now they're stuff.
make a dexterity check.
18.
Okay. As you basically stand still and then dart towards it and make a grab, you grab like a small furry, like a really thin furry, what seems to be like a stick, and then you rip it out and it's like a small bird, to which you grab it and it basically calls in your face, and then we'll say what's it called? We'll say we're in a makeshift initiative here, so it kind of calls in your face, and then it'll be you can have a go.
So
It's
roll for
your turn.
initiative or
Well, it's
Okay.
it's like a pseudo initiative, so it just done its thing, so you can do your thing.
is it an actual bird or is it an actual
It's a small thing that's got a beak and it's got wings, and it's hairy.
Birds aren't hairy, they're feathery.
Oh.
Well, this is hairy.
Mm.
Kill it. It's almost like a
Bring it back to the
spider.
campfire.
It's like a tiny oil bear. Can I try and make an animal handling check on it to see if I can sort of calm it down if it is an animal?
You can certainly try.
That's 11.
It's cawing away, and as you kind of reach up with your other hand to try and pet its head to try and calm it down, it's just still moving in your hand. Make a strength check.
Does a Lenny just kills it?
23.
It's not getting out of your hand, but you're keeping it in your hand, but it's trying to flap its wings as if to try and escape.
I just want to pet the rabbit, George.
I just wanted to touch your hair. Snaps neck. Naps neck. Okay.
Can we make an insight check to tell what it is, or even bring it into sort of brighter light?
You, as you're holding it, you kind of you bring it towards the campfire, and immediately Grung is like, "What do you want me to wake these guys up?" What is? He's whispering, but it's he's basically panicking. What is this? What's going on?
Never seen another life form before.
Hold on, Grum. I'll see what this is.
Smashes against the campfire, yep, it's alive.
As you bring it closer towards the fire, go ahead and make a a history check.
That's 5.
It's you have no idea what it is. You probably haven't seen this before.
I tell Grum to wake the others up.
Okay. As Gregix says to Grum, make another strength check.
That's a 7.
As you're holding it at the fire, looking at it, you look over to tell Grung to wake the other two up. It flies out of your hand and flies back to where the bushes are.
Fly straight into the fire.
And as Grung reaches over to both of you and wakes both of you up, that's where we're going to take a short 5-minute break or so, so that I can go pee, because I need to, and then we'll be back in like 5 minutes. So, yeah. Are we done?
2.
1.
Yeah,
1.5.
yeah, go.
What was the my first?
Oh, okay. Welcome back. Hi. Okay, so we pick up with a bird thing just flying away, and the two of you come into consciousness as Grung has just woken you up.
I pretend to stay asleep.
Okay.
Thinking it's Cage trying to pull off some other like shit. Like gonna go stab, realize it's Grung, and like just stop myself short before like actually picking myself up.
Okay, yeah. As Nee comes awake, Grung probably wakes up Nee first, and Nee gets awake, and then he comes over to Cage. He's like, Cage, the monsters.
I'm gonna turn to Greg and say, can you give me some of that lavender potion?
I'm quite alright. What do you want with it?
What do you do with Cage?
As you're saying
There's
that,
better ways of doing that.
Well, I don't think shouting "Good morning Vietnam" in this current situation is good.
I turn away from him, walk over to Cage, and just smack him on the face.
okay.
Do like 50 points of damage.
Go ahead and make a strength check, or an arm attack rather.
Good egg.
So you get a strength check.
10.
Actually doesn't hit. Cage, well, it does hit, but it doesn't, feel really bad.
It gets like cushioned by my hood.
Yeah.
And like the stupid amounts of robes that I'm wearing.
Cage, as you're lying there, Greggick just comes along with his big bear claw and just like smacks you by the face, and is like, "Wake up!"
Saying that like taking Greggick's lead, I'm gonna take a running kick and Cage's crotch.
I'm gonna be like mid grumble, just like ugh, fine, as this is happening.
Okay, make each of you make a dexterity check then
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
god.
to see who reacts first.
Check, just a check, yeah.
Yeah, not you, Greg. Not you, Greg.
Oh, okay.
Meant these two.
Shit.
That was
Your
the
plus
worst of
5
the
versus
roll.
my plus 0. 12.
24.
I think I got there first.
So, Nee, go ahead and make a unarmed attack.
Just a strength, isn't it? Yeah. 9.
As
It
you're
doesn't hit.
slowly getting up, you feel this small cushion by your
Rose.
robe cloth sort of
fat.
surrounds you. That's yeah.
I'm an urchin.
But then
not fat.
also from a weak otter kick to the crotch as you are slowly stumbling awake. And as that happens, how many enemies do we have over here?
All of them.
I feel like it might be time to roll initiative.
Let's take these two as well. So you two stand up over there. Situate yourselves. And
Yeah.
as that's going on, each of these are the same. There's just not enough minis.
Well, I'm still in 10
I'm on 24 thanks to you.
Oh wow.
My max is 38. You took me
I'm
down.
51 because I'm responsible.
You took me down by 14 health points.
Out from the bushes, each jumps out some sort of bird-looking creature. It's what you were holding in your hand, and
Same size?
yeah, each of them are like the same size kind of deal. No, it's like
Like pocket sized.
it's like a parrot size kind of thing.
Okay, so that-ish?
Yeah, it's like parrot kind of size with bat kind of features, but it's hairy as fuck.
So like a bat.
Like a
Yeah,
fireball.
size.
but like
Parasite bat.
bats are kind of small, hairy. These
Oh,
are like
this is
these are like really hairy.
Like Greggick Harry.
No, it's like mini hairy.
Nice and print and like.
Yeah. Every night, Nee takes a pocket shaver and just
Just a comb, just.
ties himself up.
From Dollar Shave!
A fiver says you'll like our shaving kit.
We're not sponsored by Dollar Shave Club.
Oh my god.
And they ship
That was I fucking love that. That was great. Take a point of inspiration.
Fuck yes! I don't know. I hear the right inspiration.
You've got a point of inspiration, don't you, Greg? From
I do.
last time. Or
What's
is it
inspiration
yours?
do again? It's advantage, isn't it?
Advantage on a roll, yeah. What did I give it to you for?
It was a joke that I made. I can't remember what it was.
Well, you got.
Blood.
You got. Was it that?
Yeah, it was blood.
Was it? Okay. Yeah.
It was blood.
I was gonna say if you don't, I'll give you 3 minutes to remember. If you don't remember, then take it off. But yeah, I think
It was
pretty
blood
sure
or
you're
something.
right.
It was the one that went.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dice.
As yeah, as each thing jumps out of the hedges from behind trees, they're each about 10 feet in the air.
Fuck, I can't reach them.
And
He actually cut.
and then can everyone roll initiative, please? I roll for Grung without disadvantage.
Yeah.
19. Let's see if I can beat your 19 with my.
23, so.
Holy
Plus
shit,
5.
Grung got a 19.
So I need to roll. I need to roll at least an 18. Not an 8. Yeah, 20 or not 23, 13.
So
13.
13.
9.
9.
9.
9.
Gregic?
23?
Okay.
You're fucking OP.
Sorry.
Right.
Sister.
It's gonna be hard to remember which one's which one. Right, so that way 1 to 6. Okay, starting with green. Okay. Yeah.
What the?
What's your dex modifier?
It is +4.
+4. Okay, you are up first, Gregic.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around to face this one, and my melee range is high enough
Yeah,
to
you
get
can
so
attempt to hit it. Yeah.
I will just smack him with my Morning Star.
Go ahead.
That is a fuck's sake, I have to do actual shit now. 16 to hit.
Hang on. Okay. Yes, that hits.
Okay, so
I just realised something.
12 damage.
Okay. As you 1, 2, 3, 4. As you bring up your morning star and just it's kind of like flying about, and as you just smack it with your morning star, it just falls to the ground, limp and unconscious, and just not moving. And yeah, just kind of like swat it like a fly. And yeah, I keep it on there so that I can memorize, so I know which one's which number, because there's 6 of them. Then it is the yellow and purple guy. Yep. He is gonna fly over to Gregic. Okay. So it's
Only.
that is a 12 plus 5, 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Fucking weakling.
As it flies over to you, it sinks its teeth into your shoulder, and you take 5 points of piercing damage. And it, yeah, and it stays attached onto your shoulder. Next is
I can reach that one.
okay.
Just climb up.
So the yellow one over here, the one with the 2 on its head, yeah. He is gonna fly over to Cage there in front of, or sorry, Knee, down to Knee, and is gonna do the same thing and try and attach itself to you with a 15 to hit.
Misses.
As
See, that's how you do it, Gregor.
as it kind of swoops by and like tries to sink itself in, and it kind of it noms on you, and you just kind of like swat it off of you. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. The grey one is gonna go over to Cage, and again, they 24 to hit.
No.
As it sinks itself down into your shoulder, and you take 5 points of piercing damage as it stays on your shoulder.
I'm down to your max HP.
Fuck up, man.
Grung is gonna. He's also quite short, but he cannot. But right, so he's gonna turn to the one at knee, and he's gonna make an attack on it with a. It's with disadvantage. Yeah, with a. What is it? With a 9 to hit. Isn't gonna hit. So as Grung kind of is running along, go ahead and make a perception check, Greg. Roll for perception.
6.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, Grung just kind of runs over towards you, Neen, and is trying to swat this thing off of you with a sword, and it's missing. Next is the blue one, who is gonna go to Grung, and is gonna attack Grung. The natural one, so it misses. As Grung is trying to bat off the one on knee, but then gets distracted by this one and bats him off. It is then knee. Your turn, knee.
Just realised I could do this even better. No, stuff is engaged, never mind.
It's still, or it didn't hit you, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
First of all, with my bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm going to move here.
Mm-hmm.
I get flanking with him.
No, because Grung isn't a threat to him.
Fuck.
Because Grung's fighting the other one. Turn Grung around. Fighting
Oh
the
yeah,
other one.
sorry, yeah. No,
Yeah.
fair point. Sorry that.
If you want to retcon that,
I'm
you
going to
can,
retcon that,
'cause-
sorry, I moved
yeah.
to this one instead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Face myself right direction. And
yeah.
then I got advantage, yeah.
Yep.
Plus dex, plus proficiency, so plus 7. We've got like upwards of 20s.
Yeah. You. What are you used to attack with?
Rapier.
Rapier. Yeah, I remember.
I know I said short sword once, but I meant to say rapier.
As you run over to help defend the little buddy who tried to defend you, you go ahead and attack this little creature.
7 plus 7, 14. So broken.
Yeah. And then it is.
Is it not dead yet?
I mean, oh, sorry, yeah, he's dead. Sorry, yeah.
I was like,
forgot to
holy
say,
shit.
yeah.
It's
Leave
not
him
Baby Bird
there.
yet,
Sorry. And then it is Cage.
That thing did like latch itself onto me, did it?
If it hit you, which
Yeah.
it did, yeah, it latched itself onto you.
Choose counter here.
Yeah, but
The one time it was useful.
yeah, but I only have one more.
It's great to finish it with.
Yeah.
The thing about it's just teaching people.
Gonna take one of these daggers from my robes.
Collection.
Yeah.
From my collection, and try to like stab this thing off my arm
Go ahead.
or wherever it is that it's.
Make a.
Guessing
You
it's
don't want to know
on
where it's last one.
Make an attack. You can use strength for this because it's part of the rules of the dagger. It's finesse, so you use strength instead of dex for this attack.
Or you can use dex.
Why would I use Dex?
Actually, yeah, your dex is worse.
Yeah. 9.
That doesn't hit. As it's kind of like sunk into your shoulder, as you kind of like reach your you kind of not bad enough to stab yourself. Had it been a natural one, you would have stabbed yourself. But yeah, you just can't sink this dagger into him. There's then this green guy over here who's gonna go to knee, seeing as he's unattended, and is gonna try and do a bitey bite with only a 12 to hit. So
It would have hit me.
again, he tries to sink in as all the other ones have tried, but to no avail.
See, being a midget is actually really helpful. Can't reach me.
It is then Gregic. Back to you.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my rage with my bonus action.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use my Morning Star with pointiness and like one last run
Yeah.
now. That's 15 already, so I imagine it hits.
Yes.
21 damage.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's dead.
That was number 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as it's kind of like teeth that are still in you, you kind of bring up your Morning Star and just kind of just poke it with it, and just like sink it like right through into it and just crush it, and take the Morning Star out and it just flops to the floor.
Just sort of.
Everybody do the flop.
There.
Yeah. Okay. It was your bonus action to rage, so yeah.
Yeah.
Is then the 2 of them. So the yellow one with the 2 on it, so in front of Gregic, him, and then it would be the grey one as well, or it's their turns. So that one's going to attack Grung. And it hits him.
Would I get advantage as well from flanking? Or no, sorry, it's friend's dead.
Yeah. As it sinks its teeth into Grung, Grung like shrieks out in pain, and it sinks into the arm that has the short sword in Grung's hand, and Grung like drops his short sword and he's like ah. And then
My
the
leg.
one on Cage, Cage, you take 5 points of piercing damage automatically as it sucks more blood out of your arm.
Guess he's dying first, bitch.
You can feel, and
Nothing.
What health are you on?
No, it's not 11, it's 13.
I'm still somehow lower health than you. After all
I
this.
wonder why.
and it.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke on it?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to use Hellish Rebuke on it. Rebuke.
Yep. So
It's a
dexterity
dex
save
save, not a con save.
with a natural 20, so half damage.
Half damage.
This still can't kill it, so could not rather. 2d10.
What?
Really?
I rolled 2 1s.
Fair enough. Which one was that? It was that one. So.
Grey boy.
Had it have not been half damage, it still would have survived. So there you go.
Okay, so I've got at least 2
Really?
HP.
Yeah. That's thanks to me rolling for it.
This thing is shit.
So yeah, it kind of like cackles afterwards, and it
It's got like a little bit of singe to burn with.
it leaps off of you
Oh, thank
and
Lord.
flies around towards Gregic. If you can get it there. Yeah.
Well, it's flying.
Yeah, it's flying.
Did I get an attack of opportunity then?
You
Seeing as-
would.
Sure, you cannot use your reaction for
Yes,
last rebuke.
yes, you did.
I did, I used it for Hellish Rebuke, that's right.
I was
definitely going
I
to
forgot about that as well.
I was about to, and then
See?
Damn it, Nathan!
um.
I'm such a legend.
Cage might have got a kill.
As if. It's basically Cage
If
just
it's
the
not,
hater
if it's
that
not,
did a bit of damage.
if it's not one of them, it'll be you.
Grung is.
I still have 4 burning hands to use, my friend.
Have you seen my decks?
Still 4 half damages.
That's going up, by the way, Glenn.
No.
I'm saving for next time will be 10. That's my level up.
Grung is just like trying to like beat this thing off of him. And yeah, to no avail. And trying to get it off of him. This thing is still on Grung's shoulders. Grung's trying to get it off of him. That is then knee.
Right. That's the one on shoulder, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the one you attack, isn't it? Yeah.
That was the one I had
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
I don't know which one to go for.
There's one on your shoulder as well.
That didn't hit me?
Did it not?
No.
No.
Okay, sure.
If I was there, do I get a flank on him? Although well, he's part of Grog technically, isn't he? Sort of.
Grog.
You. Yes.
Yeah.
If you were, well, it would be like, it would be more like, just kind of where it is, be more like there to stand.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine either way. Bonus action disengage again.
Yeah.
Do that wheel. Nice. 19 plus a shitload. Yeah. 4 plus 4, 8 plus 5 plus another 5, so that's 10, that's 18.
As you stab this off of Grung's shoulder, Grung basically like collapses like to the floor, like grabs his sword and is kind of like having basically like a panic attack.
Poor wee Grung has PTSD.
On the floor, and this thing
Get a
falls
lot worse, buddy.
off of him and drops to the floor.
And with my remaining
Movement.
because I've still got a lot, I'm just going to move up around. Yeah, here.
Okay. And then
That was shooting.
Gidge.
I'm gonna turn to look at this boy. I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go ahead and make a range spell attack.
Yes.
8. What's wrong with you today?
As you
The dice haven't been warmed up.
as
Hello.
you turn around and look at this guy and release from your hand a purple ball, portable ball. Kind of he ducks and weaves out of the way and goes into that tree behind him. And yeah, no, the ball does. He doesn't.
No.
No.
Eldritch Blast does. And yeah, bonus action movement.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Seeing Grung still rolling about on the floor, this green one is going to go and attach itself to Grung. We'll attempt to. With a 19 to hit. As it then digs its teeth into Grung again, and Grung begins to wail again in pain. And yeah, this thing is still the nod at him.
Can I get a rough stat support on what Grung's health is like?
It looks rough.
Okay.
Greg.
That's fine, I can take care of the grey one if you want. If you want the grey one. Or
You
can
know,
do the
I
grey
can
one.
reach him from here, and he.
Well, it would be hard to get him because of the way Grung's positioned. It would be hard to get him, so you probably would need to go around him.
About here? Would that be okay, or would I actually have to go the
You
whole way
would
around?
you would like need to like go around because he's like
Sure.
basically Grung's like kind of like on his side, like curled up, and this thing's like clinging into like the back of him.
Greg, if you get the grey one, then I can get the green one since I can use a bonus action.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you don't have to take the risk.
I'll just smack him
Yeah.
out of there.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a attack. Does it try to play baseball with it? 4.
15?
Yep. As you give a quick communication between you and me as to which one you're going to go for, you look at this one that's flying around your shoulder and just go to play baseball with him. And yeah, roll for your damage.
Looks like one.
15?
Yeah, you just send his corpse. No, it's the grey one.
Okay, that's right, I wasn't going for it.
You just send his
I'm
corpse.
aiming for the truck.
You just send his corpse flying like towards the trail there. Like his corpse just goes. Yeah, pretty much. It is then Grung's turn, and as he's he's got this thing attached to him. So let's see if Grunk's smart enough to do this. Nope. Grung is just gonna take a sword and just try to like stab the thing behind him, basically.
It's like a really bad itch.
If only he didn't have to roll with disadvantage. And not 20 and a 5. It would have been disadvantage from not being able to see anyway. Yeah, so he doesn't fucking hit. And yeah, he's just kind of like trying to just get this thing off the back of him. And it is me.
Okay, I'm gonna be behind this little bastard.
Yeah,
I think you can see my general strategy here.
yeah.
Do I get flank?
No, because Grung
No.
isn't a threat. Because he's on the back of him.
Yeah.
And also, you wouldn't get sneak attack because Grung isn't a threat as well.
I forgot I can get sneak attack with that as well.
Yeah. It's
That
it's
as
when
well.
there's like an enemy
Yeah.
of the thing you're hitting,
Yeah.
but the enemy needs to be like threat.
Yeah.
So
On the off chance, do you get Fury of the Small?
no.
I don't know, that's only a goblin thing, unfortunately.
Fury of the Small.
If I actually have daggers, can I do that?
With a dagger, you can use an action to attack and a bonus action to attack. Yeah.
I'll do that then. Try and maximise my chances.
Well, I think it's with a finesse weapon actually. Like so you can your rapier and a finesse. Hang on, finesse. Oh no, hang on, never mind. It's a light weapon. So yeah, you can do it with daggers.
Okay.
Yeah. Rapier. So yeah.
Chain attacks, yep.
Yeah.
Other decks, certainly.
Yeah.
One's like, yeah, one's an unnatural 20 and the other one's like a 15.
Okay, yeah, they both hit. So that is 2d4 plus your dex mod
Twice.
for each.
Yeah. So off the bat it's taking 10. And then it's taking an additional 3.
Okay, so 15.
Oh, my dex mod.
As you run around and slide into Grung's DMs, into the back of Grung, and you bring your daggers and you just like crunch them into this bird of prey thing. This little blood sucking bird, and it falls limp behind Grung, and yeah.
Is that live?
Yeah, it's dead. And after about after about 30 seconds, or no, after about 5 seconds or so, you see Grung like still squirming around, and then he just like stops and like stops moving.
You can. I'm gonna initially start like.
It's still technically an
Oh
initiative,
fuck yeah! Actually.
so because of the
Yeah.
casualty, so it'll be you can go unconscious. It'll be Greg.
I'm gonna quickly go over to him. Can I like make a medicine check to see what sort of state he's in?
You can make a medicine check, yes.
I can't assist him, can I?
Because you're right there, I'll say yes, assist him. So
Yeah.
give you
Well,
advantage.
advantage.
That is a 19.
Yeah. You see that he has gone unconscious, and with that check, I'm pretty sure it's a DC 10, so it's fine. You stabilize him. He's still unconscious, but he's not dead.
Okay.
He's not going to bleed out and die properly.
I could use to spare the dying anyways.
Yeah, I know you could,
Mhm.
but
In case that didn't work.
so I wasn't sure how death for NPCs works.
Depends if they're major or not. Oh, it's yeah. And yeah, we'll drop initiative now. Now that Grung is safe, and you have into the fire.
Sorry, I'm resistant.
And yeah,
You know, I'm resistant to cold. From water. And otters are resistant to cold. Therefore, I am.
so yeah, you have 4 dead birds, 5 dead birds around you. One on the other side of the path. And yeah, you hear some barks off in the distance, and I need you to roll initiative again.
Can I inspect these birds now that I've...
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
can.
back to sleep.
What, inspect? Okay, Cage goes back to sleep.
Just to see if I can figure out what the fuck they are.
Yeah, go ahead and make a intelligence check.
Plus 19.
These are Stirges.
In English.
Look, basically like bats that are a bit larger and a bit more hairier, that have basically like a bat would have like big wings. Basically, it has basically just like what would be the bone of the wing as its whole wing, but it can somewhat fly. It's basically like it's essentially like a malnourished bigger bat.
Okay.
And yeah.
Are they common in the area? Or
Um,
would I have to roll for that? Basically, is this out of the
you've never seen
ordinary?
it before. Put it that way.
Okay, right.
And you're kind of from around here. From that close to here, you're like.
Yeah, like I'm in the general vicinity. Can I get that name again, sorry?
Stirge, S-T-I-R-G.
S-T-I-R-G, yeah?
G-E.
G.
But yeah.
I'm just gonna double check if there's no like major wounds on Grung or anything.
Yeah, you go over to him, you patch him up and make sure he stops bleeding, and you stabilize him. And
I think it's my watch anyway, isn't it?
that was Greg's watch. I was about an hour into it,
Yeah.
so yeah. Falling back into the norm, Greg stays on watch for the next sort of 2 hours, and then wakes you up, and because of how short the battle was, you still gain the benefits of a long rest. But then it's then knee your watch, so you make perception roll for perception.
I'm just thinking, do I want to do anything? Can I lift one of these bodies?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very small birds.
Okay.
So
I'm going to burn all but one,
okay.
just on the campfire, presumably, or like build a bonfire. Actually, no, just in the campfire, it's faster. I'm just going to keep the other one so we can hold it back
Okay.
in case we can find someone who can tell us more about it, basically.
Okay.
Perception check, why is that? Plus 4, so 10.
10. Okay. As you spend time gathering them up, setting them on, and you kind of take a few minutes to go and get some more sticks and stuff to throw on to keep the fire going a little bit more. And your watch comes to a close. No more interruptions. Morning comes along, and you wake the other two up, and you try to wake Grung up, and he wakes up a little bit, and then falls back asleep again, and basically isn't really in the right fitness to be awake
Okay.
at this minute. So, yeah. See, whenever you asked if you could see how Grung was doing, he had 1 HP left.
Yeah, because I was like, he's taken a lot of damage, there's no way he's still cushy.
Yeah.
I suppose one of us should most likely carry him.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry him over my shoulder.
Yeah. I'm going to carry the bird
Okay. Yeah.
thingy.
You notice.
Also the head as well. I don't know if he's been carrying that, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's
Yeah.
been carrying it.
You notice that as you're about like 5 hours from Fandom, but after about 3 hours walking, you notice that the bird is it's decaying a lot quicker than like a kind of human would.
Fuck.
You reckon you could probably get it to Fandolin, but you wouldn't have much time after you're there to try and figure out if you were doing any sort of analysing on it.
Can I freeze it?
You could try.
I'm gonna try to freeze it.
Okay. Using.
I thought there was like
My ice magic.
Because you have ice knife, but it explodes.
Yeah.
So.
I also have Ray of Frost though, so
Um.
I could at least refrigerate it.
Still checking, no one on this map is vaguely magical or anything? No? I think so. Because I thought there was, but looking at it now, I can't see anyone.
You haven't come across anyone who knows any magic, but you reckon that at the Shrine of Luck, where there would be like a kind of priest, you can kind of assume would be there that might know something.
Just saying if it's worth carrying him all the way back in case like we can't find anybody who can know anything.
Cage, yeah, you can use Ray of Frost. Make a dexterity check, or make a intelligence check.
That I can't do. 13.
Okay, yeah, you kind of, excuse me, you kind of twist the magics a little bit while using Ray of Frost to freeze him, but now you have like a basically like a small ice cube, but you don't really want to like hold it in your hands for the rest of the way.
Take off one of my 12 robes. And,
I mean, you
I don't have that many robes. Do I have anything that I can wrap that up in? Does anyone have anything that they could like wrap it in?
I look at Grung, because he's technically unconscious right now, doesn't he? His armor on. Does he have armor on actually?
Grung has like very shitty ripped leather armor, basically.
Maybe it means strip him. Actually, I'm resistant to cold. Otters live in cold climates.
Mm-hmm.
I should be fine holding it, right?
I mean,
Because like they live, like
Yeah.
otters live in like
yeah. I mean,
ridiculous
after
temperatures.
you think after like maybe like an hour or so, you would like start to like feel it, but
I can just switch on.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I'll do that then.
with your resistance, yeah. Okay. So after another couple hours after freezing this bird, as you're coming up to Fandolin, Grun kind of starts to come to on his own, and you're carrying this bird. You have the head of the guy.
Just a chill.
Can't remember what his name is. It's like begins with B.
Yeah, we didn't tell us from there. His name.
Yeah.
Its name.
I'm just trying to remember for myself.
Yeah, the orc's head.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get to Fandolin.
Okay.
It's about, it would be about, let's say,
Late. Ish.
it would be about 3-4 p.m.
Not too bad.
I'm gonna. I say chuck the head. I'm just gonna give the head to Cage.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You guys go to the Time Master. I'm gonna try and find someone who knows shit about this bird, or whatever the fuck it is, and see if I can find someone to figure out what the fuck it actually is. Because yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm mostly gonna head for the Shrine of Luck
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. You can head on over to the Shrine of Luck.
I think we passed the towns.
You'll pass the Shrine of Luck on the way to the Time Masters. So.
We passed the Time Masters and we had the Shrine of Luck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, we're coming from the Tribor.
Yeah.
And aren't we? Sorry. Yeah, never mind. Not the minor side.
Which side do you want me to do first?
I'm different. Right. Greg,
I
me and
rolled
you.
for it. Okay,
No.
sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, come on, Greg, me and you. 18.
13.
Okay, I'll do knee. So you, as you guys come on down into Fandolin, are you just holding the head out, or you have it like under your robe, or
I'm not
what?
putting that thing under my robe. I'm just gonna like. Does it have hair that I can
No.
like? No.
Just pull it by an ear.
It's probably got like quite a big beard.
I'll hold it by the beard.
As you're walking through Fandolin, there's a few kids.
like out to the side of me, like so that it's not like close to.
There's a few kids around that are like, kind of like, whoa, that guy's got a head, blah blah. They're like chatting to themselves.
No, he's got 2 tents.
Did you say that to one of the kids?
Yeah.
This kid just like looks baffled. Like this kid's like 6 years old. And he's like, ha 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 ha, 2 heads. I get it. And yeah, just fucks off, go back to playing with his friends.
I'd be agreeing that.
And you guys head on down to Town Masters Hall as Nee heads to the Shrine of Luck. It's the only temple in Fandolin, and it's basically a small shrine made of stones. Can you make a religion check?
Oh, god damn it. If only I was pro.
If you were a pro and you'd be defiling this thing.
Fair point. Religion. Religion's wisdom, isn't it? Or is it intelligence?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. 2?
It was a DC of 2 because it has the name of who it is, but it's just to see if you like knew who it was. It's a ruin dedicated to Timora, who's the goddess of luck and good fortune.
Holy shit, I've never guessed that.
Um,
That is insane.
I was attempting to change it to Amandra, but she's one of the gods that you don't worship. So, there's there's like an old woman kind of like tending to the shrine, and yeah.
I'm just gonna like walk up to her. Presumably, like she's facing away from me.
Yeah, she's kind of like
Yeah.
cleaning up around the shrine and whatnot. So.
I'm just actually, can I reach her shoulder? Start with that. In fact, can I reach her shoulder?
Probably not.
Okay, I'm just gonna like tap her on the side then.
Okay. She turns around and she like turns around and she's like, how may I help you?
Right, I've got a slight problem. And I'm just gonna like show her the Stirge.
Okay, yeah. As she turns around and looks down at you, she's like she's quite a young looking elf lady, and yeah, she's got like some nice white robes on, and she stands probably like double your height.
Only double?
Probably actually
Closer to
triple,
triple.
yeah. Because you walk on all fours, don't
Yeah.
you? So yeah.
I walk on all fours unless like I'm talking to someone, in which case then I
Yeah.
stand up.
She's as she turns around, she's like, I'm Sister Gara
Sister Smith.
L. I don't know. It says it on the map, so I don't really want to read it. So this is where.
Okay, I see her. Yeah.
Um,
Carry on.
I'm Sister Garia. How may I help you?
Well, let's see. I've got a slight problem with this. I think it's called Stirge. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, you're holding it.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, yes, a Stirge. Where did you come across this? It's quite a little beast.
As we found out, we were traveling back from the Tribor Trail along there, and we were attacked by a pack of 5, wasn't it? It's 5.
Six.
6. Sorry, yes, 6.
Well, I mean, it's not unheard of, but Stirges don't really come out, especially during this time of the year. But yeah. So, what exactly is it you need done with it?
I was just wondering, what are these things, but why would they attack someone? Is it just for prey, food kind of relationship, or is it?
Stirges are they're basically they're little blood-sucking creatures. They like to they like to feed on the blood of living creatures, and basically they do so by just sticking their fangs right into the flesh of whatever it's preying upon, and it decides to bite it once and then let it bleed and bleed out, and then feast on the corpse afterwards. But yeah.
Has there ever been an instance of someone controlling Stirges? Would they be a candidate for that sort of thing?
I don't know of any non-magical ways of gaining control over them, but I'm sure if you were to perhaps find one and perhaps magically take control of it, you could certainly take it as some sort of pet for a while, and it might warm up to you. I'm not really too hot on the alteration magics, but
Is there anyone in Fandolin who is, by any chance, or no?
I'm really the only person in Fandolin who deals with actually carrying out sorts of magics. I know currently there's a man from the Lord's Alliance who is a paladin. He's Sildar Hallwinter. He's situated in the Town Master's Hall. He's dealing with the Red Brand leader that a bunch of guys recently captured.
Didn't he leave, by the way?
He didn't leave yet. He was going to. He was going to take Yarno back to Waterdeep. But actually, you've been away for about 7 days. It's been a week.
Yeah.
So probably
He hasn't left. He's
We'll
like
say
going to.
we'll say he hasn't left yet.
Okay.
He's probably like preparing to leave in the next day or two. And yeah, so I mean he's the only really one I know currently who is dealing with magics, but I'm pretty sure he's leaving soon. Do you know? I reckon. Do you travel alone, young man?
A few friends.
Do you do you long for adventure at all? Like, is that why you were attacked by this thing?
You could say that, yes.
Okay. Well, I reckon that if you come back to me with your adventuring party, I might be able to make a offer for you. It involves a banshee who is very diligent and will have a definite answer to your question. And basically, I need someone to deal with this banshee for me. So, if you were to come back with your companions, I could tell you the details, and I could send you to go and see her.
Certainly.
I don't know if that Stirge in your hands will last as long as it will take to get to her.
Yeah.
But the offer's certainly there.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll come back in a few days.
Okay. Well, Timora bless you.
I know.
And
Pardon, leave.
she turns around and gets back to her. Yeah.
I'm gonna go join back with the other.
Okay.
lot.
As you two enter the Charmmaster's Hall, you see Sildar in there with Harbin Westminster, and they're just chatting away about some recent events that have happened up in Neverwinter. Oh, excuse me.
Was there a heist by any chance?
If you're talking about the recent expansion, that's Waterdeep.
Oh, fuck, I was so close. So close to Waterdeep, not my hand.
What it's the
Dragon Dress?
Dragon,
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck. But that was trying to be all like smart and shit. Fucking piece of shit.
As you walk in, Harbin looks up and he's like, hello, hello guys, it's nice to see you, it's been a few days,
I
what?
walk up to his desk and just drop the head on it.
Oh, yeah, it's like brown whore or something.
Oh my god, she's the BDG.
Brughor. You managed to defeat Brughor and his friend and his orc friends over at the Wyvern. They were
Pesky things.
yeah, they were being quite terroristical.
Pretty shit.
Well, thanks for dealing with that. Here is your 100 gold, obviously, for completing that. And yeah, well, thank you very much. That's one good deed done. Won't be forgotten.
Another
Yeah.
good detail.
Yeah, there you go.
Flapple gone.
Yeah, after like a few, after that kind of happens, Nee walks in and Carmen's like, you're a new friend, Nee. Do you know, in fact, I reckon, I'll get you a free week in the sleeping, in the Stonehill Inn. For your good deeds. Who might I make it out to as a party?
Melon's hit squad.
I haven't actually thought about this yet.
Neither did I.
A bugbear, a tiefling, and an otter walk into a bar. Oh god damn it, one of us needs to change our names. Else we have the KGB.
I didn't think that's what you were going for. I was thinking you were going for the K and the...
Oh! That too. Glenn, do you fancy changing your name?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Just from cage to beige.
No, yeah.
I still think the KGB would be great, but it makes no sense. I'm really shit on names.
So am
Not many acronyms could we have? Because let's face it, it has to be an acronym. Get in. I really want KGB.
He's a barbarian.
My god, we go FBI Furry Bureau of Investigation.
Thing is, only 2 of you are furries.
Yeah, and you're the investigation.
Not the Lord's Alliance.
Got 2 G's and 2 K's. Can't really make a word with that. KG cubed. Not KG squared, sorry.
KG squared.
So to KG squared.
No. We'll go with that for now.
Plus if you...
It's a placeholder.
If you keep KG squared, and what happens if you get rid of run?
So then it becomes K squared G.
So to KG squared then.
KG all squared.
Yeah, all squared. Important. There's brackets in there, but we're kind of just ignoring them for like stylistic choices.
If you take this to Dublin, then you should
God, Chuck.
you know, yeah. Let's take a
There's nothing in here to chuck. It's really annoying.
I was holding it out to you and like it takes it.
Fucking bugbears. You can't even read.
See,
The barbarian.
I have this app, right, and it's got a generator for all these different kinds of things, but not a group name.
Yeah.
There's so many different kinds of things.
Great.
One free week of stay down and dining to KG squared. Yep. Ordered by.
Harbin Westminster,
See, that looks like Corbin.
Time Master, 5 gold.
Wait. Can we change the H to a C? Corbin.
It's Carbon though.
Put a J in front.
No.
So
Actually, they ended up making sense at Phantom succeeding. Fucking hell.
There must be a drop.
So yeah, thank you for before you come in, I give your associates the pay for it. So
Yeah. Okay.
and yeah,
there's 100 gold shared between us. Or is it 100 gold for each of us?
shared.
Shared.
So 33.33.
33 gold, 3
33
silver, 3
gold.
copper, and 1.
Now we can all just go 33 and give 1 gold to Grill.
There you go.
Actually, yeah, just do that because
Yes.
Mars.
113.
You know, since he did actually kill the ogre. Somehow. I still got 3 platinum
Wait, what?
Oh,
from the jewels
Yeah.
from him.
Mm.
3 platinum.
Wonder
What from?
Remember all the gems and shit that he had?
You talking about the things that were in the coffins?
No, not the coffins. Or it might have been the coffins. It might have been.
Platinum signets, not platinum. Which actually I think are worth more than what 3 platinum would be worth. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I've been using my money very loosely so far.
I'm going to go to the Lion Shield Coster.
Coaster, yeah. Coaster,
Sure, whatever it's called.
Coaster. Oh yeah, they're worth a lot more than 3 fucking platinum.
How much are they actually worth?
No, you don't know yet. You haven't got the praise.
We'll do it if we eventually get around to like Waterdeep or Neverwinter.
Yeah,
Find
and
like
have
an actual
somewhere
prisoner.
that yeah, because about anyone here would actually care.
And there's 3 of them.
Hmm?
Can I ask to see Yarno?
Hmm?
Can I ask to see Yarno?
Yarno.
I'm going off the Lion Shield first.
Okay.
How much is a dagger?
75.
10 gold. Yeah, 10 gold. I don't know. Ask Nathan. Rowan bought one in session 0.
Can't remember.
A dagger is 2 gold.
Oh, 2
Well,
gold.
it depends how pristine you want it, but yeah.
I'm going to buy 5 more daggers.
Okay.
No, 7 more daggers.
Okay. Well, we'll get to it in a minute. Okay. We're gonna
Okay.
role play. Greg, what do you do?
Smithy, like blacksmith or?
Um,
No, it's a guy called Smithy. Just dropping dice, I think that's what I do.
don't actually know. I haven't actually had a look at this.
Really?
Didn't even look at the smithy. I was too busy thinking about this place because we found stuff there before.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been
He's
there.
I'm gonna say he's a blacksmith.
Called Smith.
Hey.
Do you ever think Ed Sheeran just sounds like a barber shop that's just like really outback?
No, I guess I'll head to Smithy then, if he is indeed a blacksmith.
Okay.
Like I've told you guys, by the way, I'm just holding up just to talk to you or know about
Jesus.
Sturge.
By this point, I was already out, so.
Yeah.
They would have told you before.
That is fucking sick. Okay. Since as we're already in the time master call, you want to go down to Yarno?
I just gonna one very quick second to write this one's name before I forget.
Sister Garael. Yeah. So Harbin is like he's down there. Go ahead. There's 2 guards down there as well. You go ahead. You go on down, and yeah,
Yep, I'm just gonna like go over to the cell and like, is he?
he's awake.
I suppose I wouldn't know about his rat friend.
You don't know the ins and outs of it, but
Or I know he
You've
has a
seen
rat
it,
friend.
yeah.
Okay.
the familiar in and out.
Yarno, you're a magic person, right?
Oh, I am.
Right. If I want to control a small creature, how would someone go about doing it? Is it feasible for like a generic wizard, or is this like high level stuff?
Well, depends on the kind of control you're looking for.
Say you're just looking to perform a task, like to make it aggressive in a time that's not normally aggressive.
Is it something that you want as a pet, or that you randomly come across every once in a while and you want it to just do this one task?
Say just one task.
Well, in that case, I would recommend you just get some sort of suggestion spell or command.
So it could be easily done.
Yes, but then also you've got with them spells, it's not exactly going to follow any more commands after that.
Yeah.
So,
Like, say in a hypothetical situation, you had a group of people you wanted to dispatch off, and you had a group of creatures that you have found.
okay.
Would that work using suggestion or command?
It would only work on one of them. You can only target sort of one creature at a time.
So what about if there's like a pack of 6?
Perhaps target their leader, and they might follow the leader, or perhaps have one of your friends is a magic user. I haven't seen you use any magic, but I know one of your friends is a magic user, so perhaps if you get a couple more like him and target them all at the same time with the same spell, you could get them all. Other than that, that's sort of the only one-time uses you got.
Right, can I ask you one more question?
No.
Have you ever heard of anyone using Stirges for that task?
Not personally, but I'm sure that some wizards have used a couple surges as sort of things to carry out tasks and stuff.
Okay.
Used to transport items from perhaps as a messenger,
Well, thank you very much, and I'm just gonna wave and leave.
Okay.
Pick up my Stirges door.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's say you would have froze the Stirge again from just before he goes to see Sister, and then still kind of icy. You're going to the Lansure Coster.
By the way, I'm going towards where Glenn's going
Okay.
after.
So yeah, you head over to the this small trading post that's in Fandle, and you go in, and Linene is like, I don't remember her voice, but Cage, how's it going?
I'd like to buy 7 daggers.
7 daggers, okay.
For maximum efficiency.
Well, I've only got 2 in stock right now. Sorry to say.
Just chuckle your daggers at her face. Well, I have more.
The lion shields over in Yartar are sending another shipment out soon. So I reckon I'll be here in 3 or 4 days if you want to come back then. But I'm afraid I've only got 2 at the minute.
Right, well, I'll buy those 2 for now.
Okay. You hand over the 4 gold. She gives you the 2 daggers. And she's like, anything else you need? Grung's with you, right? Right. Well.
The question is, do I sell the great axes here, or do I go to the smithy instead?
Well, a smithy only really forges things.
Yeah.
Whilst these people seem to do more retail.
Would you be interested in a few great axes?
I'd be interested in selling a few great axes if I had them.
I have 3 on me.
3. Well,
I took them from those. I took them from those guys, and then
I'll buy one of them off of you, because I can't afford all 3.
how much is one?
Well, general asking price is like 15 gold. Well, you would buy them for 30.
Yeah,
But sell back.
yeah, sell back.
15. So unless you want to give me them for any less, then I'll give you 15 gold for one of them. I reckon old Patrick up at the smithy will probably buy the other 2, melt them down.
Alright.
Okay, she hands you 15 gold. You give her a great axe. And yeah. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything else?
How did your horse this morning? Need to add those 2 daggers.
So yeah, guy's name at Smithy isn't Patrick. It's Fagrin.
I don't care.
Fagrin.
Yeah, THAGRE.
Fagrin.
What did you Google it?
I just googled to see if it was even a blacksmith in the first place.
Oh, did you? I mean, it doesn't. Well, I mean, it probably says in one of the other adventure guides. So.
Yeah, which I haven't read because
So-
I'm committed DM.
Because I don't own them. I mean, yeah.
A true DM would put himself into thousands of dollars in debt.
Anything else, Cage? Go to business.
I'll be
go
right
buy
with you. Do you have any black silk?
I would not. You would probably find them over at Barton's Provisions.
Right.
Elmar would probably have some of that.
Josh, can I borrow your PHP for like a minute?
Yeah. There, you can't reach it.
Too short.
Right, well, I don't really have anything else to do here then, so I shall. But I'll turn it another time if I'm for those daggers and whatnot.
Okay, I will. Where are you staying at the minute?
We'll be staying at the Stonehill Inn.
All right. I'll make sure to pop by and tell you if they're here, or I'll get someone to come and deliver a message. But yeah, I'll see you later. And then
Goodbye.
you're going to Smithy, Gregic.
Yep.
So as you walk in,
I'll start heading down
It's,
to myself to get rid of those 2.
it's like an L-shaped building, and there's a forge in the back with a small, kind of like oily faced, like charcoal, like dusty kind of like faced human, like middle-aged man who is hammering away at a sword.
Hello there.
Oh, hello mate. How's it going? What can I do you for?
What sort of stock do you have here?
Well, if you take a look around, you can see on the shelf, on the racks over there, I've got a few long swords. I've got a few short swords in that box over there. Right now, I'm putting together a great sword. It's one of my finest pieces of work. I really just make weapons for people to sell. Obviously, they buy them off me.
Would you be interested in a great axe, perhaps?
Well, I'll be interested in melting it down. I'll probably give you about 10 gold for it, depending on what it looks like.
I show him that. It's just one of the ones from that cave with all the
Orcs.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'll give you 10 gold for this. I can melt it down and make something pretty for some young adventurer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I goes into like a side door, gets a little coin pouch, gives you 10 gold, and yeah. About this time, Cage would walk in. You would probably come out as Cage is leaving.
By the way, I kind of changed my mind just after reading the PHP there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Smithy instead.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Actually, into PHP again. That's another thing I need to check.
You're all like as Gregic is making this transaction, the two of them would walk in, and this,
Oh, there's so much tax.
Patrick says to Greg, he's like, oh, by the way, my name's Patrick. And as Cage walks in, he's like, oh, hey there, what can I do you for? You want to buy a great axe off of me?
In fact, I was looking to see if you wanted to buy a couple great axes off of me.
A couple. Well,
I got 2 here that you could. I heard you could probably, melt down for some.
are they the same as this one? They would be the same.
They would be the same.
Well,
So we like take them out, like one in each hand, just.
oh, do you two know each other?
Aye.
Oh, well, explains why you got the same great axes then. I'll buy one of them off of you. I mean, I just paid 10 gold for his. I paid 10 gold for yours, and that's thing is, I'm probably only going to make about 30 off of them. So, from what I'd use them for, so I'll buy one. In fact, I'll buy the second one off you, but I can only really pay 5 gold for it.
Make it 8 and you got the deal.
I tell you what, I'll buy both of them for 17.
Alright.
Okay, hands you the 17 gold. Give him the 2 axes. As a small otter walks in, he's like, "By golly, what's that?"
Excuse me.
Actually, you probably could tell them a tiefling because you know the tiefling.
There's a little otter folk in my bloody smithy. What brings you by?
Can I
Are you with these two?
Well, I was about to say he doesn't bite me, but probably would.
Well, wow. Not very many of your folk you see around here.
Yeah.
So I want about 110 miles down to the Desireen River.
I'm a traveller.
Wow.
Contact. I'm a traveller that's interested in a thing that is maybe not your expertise, but it's worth a shot. Silvering.
Silvering. Well, it's not something that I do a lot. I know all about it.
Yeah, it's 100 gold.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what you want silvered.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Fuck, okay.
Silver to be here.
That would be less than 100, but it's still gonna get. Well, I don't do it very often, but I certainly have silvered items before, and customers have been very happy.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's he got, like 500 gold?
631.
Did you get a gold?
I actually didn't add the money that we got from the other guys. It's just random.
How's it feel to be rich?
Quite good.
So yeah, what is it you want silvered?
Gonna produce my rapier.
Oh wow, it's rare rapier, perfect for getting silvered. Why do you want it silvered? You going out and fighting some vampires? Fighting some magical.
Let's just say I might encounter a few undead things and other magical beings.
Fair enough. I reckon I could silver this for you for about 75 gold pieces. Probably take a couple days.
That's
You're willing to
fine.
wait around. In fact, it would probably take about 4 days. I've got a couple of projects I need to work on first. Got to meet some deadlines. And yeah, I'll. So, want to silver this rapier?
Could I trade you these platinum rings?
Do you hold out 3 of them?
Yeah.
You certainly could.
You see, I feel like I'm getting shafted here.
I will. In fact, I'm an honest man. I will tell you that each of them rings are 25 gold each. So.
So 3 of them.
75. So there you
75,
go.
yeah.
It's exact. It's but well
What's the
that
exchange rate?
10
10 to 1.
10 gold to platinum. 10 silver to gold. 10 copper to silver.
And 10 apart from Electrum.
Yeah, Electrum's 5 silver.
But not give a shit about Electrum.
Why? What are you trying to work out?
Just nothing.
Okay. But yeah. Yeah, I could. I'll trade you them rings for the.
I'll do that.
This deal. Has she got a name? The rapier, of course.
Not yet. I'll name her once I have her silver.
Okay.
I haven't had her for very
You
long.
wanna name her now, and I can etch the name into her.
Ooh. No, that's a good idea actually. I'm gonna say that I give him her name, but I don't.
Okay. You message me later.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. And he takes the sword. He takes the 3 rings. And yeah.
Where does he put these rings?
As he goes into the back, where he's getting the money for you and for Greg, and he puts them in there.
Didn't they like clown? Don't do it. Plan yourself to shit. Don't do it.
I like shiny things. I'm not going to do anything yet.
Okay. He's
I'm
like.
going to wait till I get my money first.
Just realised I'm a thief archetype. But I'm awful good. But I'm a thief.
A lawful good thief.
He walks out and he's like, so
Yeah, Robin Hood.
any other ambitions that I can fulfill for you? Any
no.
for your little buddy there? And Grunk's kind of like,
Grunk's profusely bleeding every
Grunk's like,
every orifice.
no, I'm good.
If I were
I'm
to
just
like
gonna
look
have a
at
look at it.
Grom, like,
Okay.
could I like tell whether like his ripped armor is sort of like making it worse, or
Making like Grunk's like stature worse.
no,
his
like
fitness.
making like
Armor worse.
armor class
Oh,
like sort of worse.
Yeah, like his armor is, it's not brand new. It's pretty tattered. In out of game terms, his AC is lower than what it would be if he had proper armor.
What kind of armor is it? Like light,
It's
medium?
leather. It's so leather's light.
Leather,
Okay.
yeah.
Basically, with leather armor, his AC would be 15, but his AC is currently 13.
Does he look
So there
like
you
he'd be able to take on medium armor, or
Is there
What kind of medium armor?
literally like any medium armor, like a chain shirt?
Hang on, I'll tell you. Because in Volos, is the goblin thing in Volos?
Goblin?
Because you know how like
What type of goblin is it? Just base goblin?
yeah,
Monster manual?
in most of mine.
Yeah, it's a monster manual.
Is this guy currently
Oh,
distracted?
Wrong.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
no,
crowd.
they're types of frogs.
Wow.
They're vicious little buggers. I ran an encounter with like 3 of them and they killed a party of 4. Because they give random status effects based on their colour. So like it was things like next turn you attack the nearest thing to you, or like next time you jump profusely, and you pretend to be a frog. Like there's all these really cool things. You go blind for a minute.
So yeah, is this guy currently like distracted by Gregix like talking to him?
Being a blacksmith, make a insight check.
Insight wisdom. Unnatural 20.
Would I notice him eyeing the situation as
Um,
well?
You can roll for perception.
Oh yeah. What did I get in perception? +4, I think. Was yeah.
When you know your party member's stats better than
13.
you.
Um,
My passive stealth is 12.
then unless you're like actively attempting to hide the fact you're trying to assess the situation.
No, I am just because his back's turned. I am just having a look around.
Okay. You notice the cage is looking a little bit shifty whilst he's looking around the room, whilst he's purveying. And while you look at Patrick, he like has his back turned like to you essentially, but the door is still like in his vision.
I'm like accidentally like, or what will I draw by accident?
By
You
accident.
reckon he could probably wear hide armor?
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop one of my daggers by accident to make a like obvious clinking sound to like try and like bring Patrick's attention back, even like for a moment, so that he might see Glenn and dissuade Glenn from doing
So like
anything.
you're walking over towards Cage and dropping a dagger.
Yeah, I'm just where I am. I'm just dropping it,
Okay.
Like- fumbling.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you kind of like make a performance check.
This is where it all goes to shit.
Leaf performance is charisma.
Yeah, I know it is. We're just double checking my Christmas stuff. 5? I hope he doesn't misinterpret this as me trying to distract him so he can go.
As he is like talking to Greg and Grun, you kind of like are standing there and you kind of like are holding your dagger, kind of like doing some little like twists and stuff, and like that catches his eye, and then you kind of like stumble, but like he can see. Well, you don't know he can see, but essentially he can see it was kind of on purpose. But he doesn't really like comment on it. He kind of like just keeps a closed eye, essentially like a squinted eye towards like you, and then he looks like towards Cage afterwards, and then positions himself, like turns himself a little bit more like towards the door, kind of thing.
What is Grum's dexterity like?
He's pretty quick.
Cool.
It's not as good as yours.
No shit.
But yeah.
Would I be able to know his like modifier or?
You would know, right? So essentially, being a bugbear, like living with, like growing with some goblins, like in the past and whatnot. Essentially, you would. It's like it's basically like a +2.
Okay.
But yeah.
But you don't really know that. You just know he's really fucking fast.
Yeah.
No, I'll just buy him the hide armor because it's cheaper.
Wow.
That's why I want to know his dex, because I could have bought him the studded leather, which would have put his dexterity, well, if his dexterity was better, that would be more worthwhile.
Yeah, because it includes his dex mod, doesn't it?
Yeah, this does include his dex mod, but as a maximum of 2, so.
Yeah.
You add
yeah.
up to 2 of your dex mod.
Yeah.
It's a shame I can't add my dex mod to what I'm wearing. Actually, I think it already is added, because like leather's like shit. I can't remember how shit it is. Leather.
Leather 11 plus dex mod.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, that is plus my dex mod. Brings me up to 16.
And studded leather is 12 plus your dex mod.
Actually worth it at some point. Just to get that extra point, and then I'm the same dex mod as you are, then? Or are you
Same
same as
AC.
well? Or something, yeah.
I'm 17.
I'm 12.
Because I quite like just being out of the way.
Yeah. See, I would get armor, but I'm not proficient with any armor.
Yes,
Which means I can't cast spells while I'm wearing that armor.
I believe your next ability score improvement, you can take proficiency. I think.
I think there's a feat for like light armor and stuff.
Wherever there is. I know there is definitely a way to get
Yeah,
proficiency.
there's like feats you can take for getting proficiencies and skills in it. I think you can. There's probably one that gives you.
Yeah, the one that gives you
There-
another one, yeah.
There's like light armor fighting, medium armor fighting, and heavy armor fighting.
Yeah.
Sure.
Also, with Xanathars, there is some racial feats you can take.
Oh.
Yeah.
Racist. It's a shame there's no
That's why I told you
about
about the ones for tieflings a while back. It was like a
It was
something,
quite a while back.
something to do with fire and something to do with something else. But
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing for me and you, Nathan.
Yeah.
Good old homebrew squad.
Well, now
Really?
that now that Nee has like fucked up my plans, I'm just gonna leave and go to Barton's provisions.
Okay.
I'm gonna tag along.
Okay.
For no particular reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Get out of the way,
I'm gonna ask Grom if he knows how to use a shield.
Oh my god, going for shield.
I don't think I'll be able to carry a shield and a weapon.
I'd
That
buy
seems-
one anyway and just keep
What about
it
like a
on
wee
it.
buckler or something?
Okay.
Bucklers don't require proficiency.
Yeah.
That's why I have one.
See?
So that's
Think outside the game.
20 gold.
Okay.
It's like, oh, just check that off. Yep. Oh, what do you want? Yep, yep. Oh, yep, that's in. Yep.
You know, if you had left, I might have bought you that armor.
Yeah, well, at the moment, I don't really need the +1.
How much
Never
gold have you
know.
got?
Hmm?
How much gold have you got?
43? Yeah, 43.
We almost have enough for a set of plate armor between us all.
Oh yeah, like I wear a
Oh, is
piece,
it
you
like
wear
a
a
K?
piece.
1.5k.
Jesus Christ.
So 1,500 gold pieces, and it gives you an AC of 18. But it requires 15 strength to wear, and you get a disadvantage on stealth checks. And it weighs 65 pounds.
Oh, it just reminds me of the... Oh, what's it called now? The great sword thing that you...
The ultra great sword.
Ultra great sword, yeah.
Requires 18 strength to carry.
And even still, it's disadvantage.
Okay.
isn't it?
It's unwieldy, so you don't get proficiency.
So you two are heading over to Barthen's.
Yeah.
You probably leave just as Greg gets penned for the shield. So Greg, are you gonna go with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys wait for Greg for extra 2 seconds and then head over to Barthen's and Elmar, Anders, the other two are sitting inside. Anders, what's his bake and what's his other bake?
Can I ask a very quick DM question?
No, hang on. Ander and Thistle are sitting there. They're like cleaning up a few trinkets that are on some shelves and whatnot. As the three of you walk in, and what's your DM question?
Could I potentially check about the Banshee to see if it has any weaknesses, such as not being able to pass through like salt rings or whatever? Like not so much asking for its stat, more like lore wise. Or
You
would I have to consult books for that?
you would first of all need more information on this Banshee
Okay.
in particular.
Just before I buy shit.
Because generally, there is the term banshee as like a creature, but
Mhm.
then there's also you would call something a banshee, like you would call a bird, but
Yeah,
there's like a
there's different-
seagull,
yeah.
there's a pelican, you know. There's also like there's some sort of other creatures you would call banshees, so you don't know what this actually is.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, I'll leave it for now.
So you walk into Barthen's Provisions and Elmar is like, yeah, how's it going? How's it going, guys?
Ready?
Gage,
Mm,
Gregic, other two small folk,
I'm looking for some black silk, if you have any.
some black silk. How much exactly are you looking?
Just a square of it.
Like
Just a small square, like a few
one,
inches.
like 1 square yard.
No, like a couple square, like a couple of inches square.
Well,
Maybe like 2 by 2 inch.
Thistle, go into the back there and check if we've got any black silk. And Thistle's like, yes, sir. And heads on over back, and after a couple of minutes,
I'm doing some advanced preparation
during
for
which
5th level spells.
Elmar's like, so how did that red brand stuff go?
They shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Good quack.
Fair enough. And but that Prowan guy, was he close to you at all?
Dead.
I mean, I
I
watched
prefer him dead.
I watched it happen. So yeah,
He knew
Did
too
you see the
much.
volleyball match afterwards?
I did. The kids, they were loving it.
I prefer him dead. He knew too much.
Fair enough. He was quite the hassle.
Give Cage a weird look when he says that.
You what?
Yeah, you probably notice it. And as Thistle comes back out, he's like,
Well, yeah, got some, like, got a little bit of black silk. How much is it you wanted?
Yeah, just a square by like 2 by 2 inches. Just
2 by 2 inches.
Aye.
Okay, just one little square.
aye.
Okay, I'll be right back, Mr. Cage, sir.
and then he heads back out.
Alright.
And Elmar's like, man, these working hands, they're a delight, and then sometimes when they interact, they're a menace. Yeah,
They get stuff done, but sometimes not too well.
yeah, exactly.
Is there anything particular odd that he sells, or is it just probably just generic equipment for like farming or?
It's like he sells like random. It's
shit.
it's basically like a pawn shop.
Okay, right, yeah.
In essence, and then it's got like it's like a general store and a pawn shop.
Does he have any books by any chance?
There's probably a few books scattered around.
Can I have a look for anything on any sort of folklore or anything like that?
Yeah. As you ask if he has any books, he's like Ander, show this kind small folk to the book box, and Ander brings you over. And he's like, well, we got some books. I don't really know what they read like, but there's this box here. There's about 100 books in here. And what kind of book are you looking for?
Don't worry, I can take it from here.
Alright.
And I'm just like, is it a big box or is it like?
It's like a chest. It's like a chest just of books.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to hop inside. I'm just looking for anything on folklore.
Okay, roll initiative. It's mimic.
You see, I heard innit and I thought, it's an intelligence, and I heard initiative and I was like,
Just hopped into the mouth of a mimic.
Roll a investigation check.
investigation, intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah.
By default?
Thistle comes out with your silk and is like, here you go, Mr. Elmar. Here's the silk that this kind man wanted. And he hands it in, and Elmar's like, thanks, Thistle. And then Thistle goes back to like cleaning some stuff. And and Elmar's like, so how many inches are in a yard? Like,
How many inches are in a yard?
12.
Yeah, 12. Is it 12? So
Or not in a foot.
is it?
And then
Yeah, a foot. There's
Right.
like 3 foot to a yard approximately.
Yeah.
No, 3 foot and a meter.
yeah, that's the meter. It'll be
Oh,
like
that's the
another
meter.
thing that might be 12 again. It's a lot.
Let's have a look.
Let's
Feet to a
do
yard.
2 is 4. That'll be 2 gold.
No, it is. It's a foot is a third of a yard.
Oh, there we are.
There you
So,
go.
So how much gold is
Foot is a foot. So inches.
so divide
That'd
by,
be 2. Yeah. Yeah. Well, through.
divide by 18.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll be then. If by 18, it'll be about. Gold. We'll say gold. We'll say gold.
We'll just round it to the nearest whole number.
Yeah, I got I had a few adventures come by the other day while you were out of town, and deliver a few trinkets. If you want to have a look around these shelves, something might interest you.
By the way, I rolled a 9 on that.
Okay, what's so you're literally going for like folklore,
Folklore, myths, legends, anything like that.
basically for the banshee. And 9. This will be the last thing we do, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a book. It's basically the title is trying to think what exactly it would be. The title is
You make predictions.
because you rolled a 9, so I'm trying to think of like
Something that's not quite there, but sort of
Yeah.
there.
The tale of Birdie the Banshee.
the title is Aberrations in Faerun. Faerun with 2 dots above the U. And yeah. From the title, you can assume what you
Yeah.
wish.
I'm gonna buy it. Like how
okay,
much it is. Like gold or
yeah, I'll
something.
say gold. It's like a fine tale. I've got the where, I've got the coin. And
Not
yeah,
quite lost your accordion.
yeah.
How much scalier read.
Is there anything, Greg, you quickly want to do, Greg? Anything you want to do?
Do they have crowbars?
This place wouldn't have a crowbar.
Fuck.
Well, no, this place would have a minor pack, so yeah, it would have a crowbar.
Okay. I just specifically want the crowbar from the
Okay,
weapon pack.
8 silver.
Because you know that's a thing.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
actually is.
Oh, I know, but like, yeah. Yeah. And finishing on that note, that's where we're going to end tonight, for tonight. It's pretty progressive. Pretty good fight with the Stirges. Yeah.
Pretty good fight with each other.
It's the
Yeah.
best part.
Anyway, yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Half an hour earlier.
Half an hour earlier.
Just a couple of altercations, but yeah. So yeah, see ya in a week.
Gareth! Say-